Double deleted.
Triple deleted.
Just in case you weren't sure.
Yeah, which is,
It's
I mean,
kind of cool though.
it is nice, but it would have been nice.
Misleading, isn't it?
When it told me you can't start a recording, you don't have enough space, it would have been nice to have been like, go to your, if you recently deleted files, go to your deleted folder.
Apple doesn't like to help you that much.
Apple can kiss my butthole.
Ooh, that was
That's
strong
specific.
words.
Like, have you guys seen Us?
Oh.
No.
No?
Oh.
Anyway, there's just one little joke in there, and he goes, like, the little boy is like, kiss my anus.
And the family freaks out.
The dad's like, whoa, like,
He's not supposed to
anus,
curse.
why do you gotta bring anuses into this? Like, I almost wish you would have used the word, like, the actual bad word.
That's a fucking crazy ass movie.
That was a crazy ass movie.
Really
Alright.
cool that it took place in Santa Cruz.
Is this like Oblivion?
Yeah. No,
It
it's
is.
Skyrim, isn't it? It sounds like Skyrim.
Y'all let me know when you want to put tacos in, and I will do that.
We shall do tacos shortly.
First time I need a mental break. Want me to do some tacos?
Yeah.
No, I say let me know.
That is good.
Which is it? I need
Okay.
to know.
That is good.
Skyrim or Oblivion?
Oh, this?
Skyrim.
I will let you know.
I'm not.
This is Skyrim, sir. All right, so welcome everyone. Welcome to our 7th session of Curse of Strahd. This will be the 3rd that Devin's joining us.
Are we rolling?
Yeah, we're rolling. Yeah.
Hi, YouTube.
So, hey, we're playing on this glorious Star Wars day. May the 4th be with you, right? Also happens to be the anniversary of Ariel's graduation. I will never forget that.
I was thinking about that
I didn't
today
even
when I got
remember that.
fucked up
Neither did
drunk
I.
next to this guy. That was 6 years ago.
6 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember your Princess Leia cupcakes?
Yeah.
Melissa made those.
I made
Melissa
those.
did the whole party.
No, me and her did that.
Oh, you did it? Oh.
I remember
Wow.
making them.
Just
They
kidding.
were
the
super
little-
fun to make.
The little clear pencil box, and then I put the picture of Han Solo and carbonite, and then we filled it up
Oh,
with blue,
yeah.
like blue gelatin, so it looked like he was a carbonite.
That's
That was
awesome.
a cool party.
That was a cool party. Very cool party. And I remember they
Just kidding, You
played
did everything. Melissa didn't do shit.
they played the Cantina song
We had to plan
when
that.
everyone was leaving.
You guys are amazing. I suck at playing things.
Anyway, I'll never forget May the 4th is Ariel's graduation anniversary. So,
Well, I definitely forgot.
I did too. I
really?
like that.
Am I the only one?
Maybe.
Alrighty, so last session, kind of a lot happened. It started off, you guys were in a cave. A were-raven was, kind of approached from the outside. Turns out he was actually in the area looking for werewolves. You guys had seen some werewolves, and he asked if you would help him clear out the werewolves. He was just doing kind of a scouting mission, but you guys volunteered to help him. He did mark on your map where the werewolf den was, and so if you guys and you agreed to meet up with him the following night because you had some unfinished business to take care of at Argynvost, which is where Rictavio had told you the Sun Sword was at. When you get to Argynvost, you realized that the revenants there were not super nice. They were assholes. They Hope, of course, tried to reason with them, but they gave you several warnings and ultimately decided to draw their swords, at which point you guys took the hint and you left. You spoke with Vladimir, the leader of the Order of the Silver Dragon, or Order of the Dragon, I keep saying silver. You spoke with Vladimir, and he said that he told you the same thing he told the half-elf man who showed up with his carnival wagon, which was, if you want the Sun Sword, you have to fight for it. Morin volunteered to be the sole challenger to fight Vladimir's strongest knight. The battle commenced on the rooftop in the rain, and it was a one-on-one battle to the death. Morin was successful. With 4 hit points remaining, blinded on the brink of death, he hit Sir Godfrey, the Knight of the Order of the Dragon, and did enough damage to destroy his body. As you learned, last session, you can't really kill a revenant, but you can destroy the body that its soul is contained in. So you destroy the body, thus winning the battle. Vladimir was very impressed with Morin's strength and bravery in challenging his strongest warrior, and he awarded you with the Sun Sword. He also asked if you'd be a knight of the Order of the Dragon, which you accepted.
Naturally.
So there was a knighting ceremony where Morin knelt and was knighted. And Vladimir asked you, Morin, as a member of the Order of the Dragon, if you would protect the sword from falling into the hands of evil. He expressed that the Order has been protecting the sword for nearly 400 years. And it's no small task. That sword is very powerful, and it is the one thing that can destroy Strahd. Should it fall into the wrong hands, everybody is doomed. No pressure. A couple other things that happened at Argynvost Holt. You met a elven man who had been running away from the tree blights, the same ones that attacked Arthur, that you found Arthur's remains in. He was running away from the tree blights, and he took refuge inside Argynvost Holt in the wine cellar. Those were the leather boots that you saw sticking out from between the wine barrels, and Morin approached. You guys gave him a horse so that way he could make it back to Vallaki. Ringing any bells? Anyone?
No. Sorry.
No?
No.
Okay.
What happened at the end?
Towards the middle.
Oh.
And so he said that he would deliver a message back to Vallaki for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember.
And you asked him to tell the Vistani in Vallaki that one of their own is about to do some serious stuff,
That's right. I remember that.
and you guys might need some help.
Yes.
So you gave him a horse and set him on his way. He's heading back to Vallaki. And where you are right now, you're on top of the roof. Morin is exhausted with 4 hit points. Well, no, Hope healed him.
Oh, okay.
Hope healed him with her magic. You're on the rooftop. You've just won the Sun Sword. Morin has held it up above his head, and a beam of pure sunlight shoots out from the hilt of this bladeless sword. And when you see this, just blinding sunlight just emanates from this blade, and you all feel this radiant heat kind of emanating from the blade.
Fucking lightsaber.
I know.
You have a lightsaber right now?
I know.
The only one in existence in D&D.
Yeah.
And
Pretty tight.
Vladimir has just knighted you as well.
Yeah.
And he's
You're a Jedi Knight now. You're a Jedi Knight with a fucking lightsaber.
Yes.
Oh.
he also is giving you a pendant of the Order of the Dragon, which
that's
increases your magical power. You
What's it
remember
look
that.
like?
It's a silver dragon that's kind of coiled up on itself, and it's
Is that the one that he found and then he like blew up all those fucking trees?
yeah, that was
Okay.
Arthur's thing. Now I don't know if you were here for this, but when they met additional revenants in the chapel when they got to Argynvost Holt, which is where the Order of the Dragon reside. When they went into the chapel there were 3 revenants that were praying at an altar to the Morning Lord. The party approached them, and they were not very nice. They turn around and they tell them to leave, or they're going to kill them, basically. Morin tries diplomacy, and he tries to gain some favor with them, and he says, I found this pendant. And then they just basically took it from him and said, thanks, now go. So he was without that. However, you guys both, Soren and Morin, went down to the cemetery to investigate the mausoleum, which is where if you return Argynvost's bones, you missed a lot. Let me just kind of fill you in here. Argynvost is the dragon that actually is the commander and leader of the Order of the Dragon. He's an actual dragon. His spirit is trapped in Barovia, and in order
In
to
that statue.
not in the statue, no. Just kind of wandering through Barovia, not tied to any one particular object. The only way to put the revenants and the soul of Argynvost, the dragon, to put them to rest, is to return Argynvost's bones to the mausoleum at Argynvost Holt. It's not going to be that easy, though, because Argynvost's bones are in Castle Ravenloft, which is where Strahd resides. So if you... Yeah. So, but while you were going to investigate the mausoleum, Arthur actually clawed his way out of a shallow grave, and his soul has been put into a new body, and so he emerged from a grave in the cemetery.
Mausoleum?
No, outside the mausoleum.
Oh, that's right.
in the cemetery.
He's back.
Yeah, Arthur is
Oh,
back.
I remember that. I'm so happy.
Yeah. So Arthur is back, and he was, kind of stretching out his new body, and he was gonna take and kind of walk around and stretch out his legs. But he did give Morin that dragon emblem before the fight started, because he wanted Morin to have a fighting chance. He didn't think that he would survive the battle if he didn't have as much help as possible. So
So he remembers us and everything.
he remembers you and everything, and he was happy to see you. Yeah, he was very happy to see you, and he was apologetic. He was sad that he wasn't able to assist you on your way to Argynvost Holt. But in the middle of the night, he was attacked by tree blights, and they ripped his body to shreds. So his soul was ejected from that body, and it emerged from the graveyard when you guys were walking through. So that's kind of a long explanation of what happened with the pendant. So Morin now is able to keep the pendant because he proved himself in battle at the end of the session. So Vladimir is going to address you, and he says, so this the battle has just ended. And Vladimir says, you fought well. What will you do now?
Get some rest, I assume.
He says, you'll have to understand the beds that we have here are not comfortable for those that are accustomed to sleeping every night. We don't really need to sleep. I can house you here if you'd like. Can't guarantee the quality of your sleep that you'll get here. But was there somewhere that you needed to be, or somewhere that you'll be going now?
Where do we have to be to meet someone the next day?
There was some werewolves or something we were gonna clean up.
I need some
If I'm remembering correctly.
Yes, you are remembering correctly.
What'd you say?
Some werewolves.
What time of
You
day
haven't
is
done
it?
that yet?
Are we
Still,
there,
the
like, with
ones that
him?
are
It's
still-
midday right now, yeah.
Okay,
We're gonna
midday, and we're
meet-
there with him?
Yes, you're all there
We did that,
together.
right?
No, there's a den. We're gonna clear them out.
Yeah, so since it has been almost 2 months since the last session,
Really?
yeah, we played, well, I guess 6 weeks since the last session. But, so Alec, the were-raven, if you remember, he was outside the cave. He was hunting werewolves,
Yeah.
scouting. He agreed to meet you back near the werewolf den with a few of his extra raven buddies, and you would all team up and go clear the werewolf den. He also,
We'd be there tomorrow.
yeah, which would actually be tonight.
Oh shit.
It is walking distance. He marked it on your map. It should take you about 3 hours to get there from where you are now, and it's midday, so the battle didn't take long.
I look over to Mora and I say, are you fit to fight, or?
I mean, if I had to, I could swing this thing around, but I
I
mean,
don't know what spells I have right now. Hold on. Cleric. I can do things
Kinda-
that heal you.
reach my hands out and just kind of let some little poofs of smoke come out of my hands.
This is a winery, right? Right here? Thing with the grapes.
See, the
Yeah.
thing is, I don't know what spells I've used.
That is a winery.
I'm pretty sure I blew my entire
Do you
kit.
know if I used any in the last session? 'Cause I think that was.
You know what? We kind of just threw it out there that you were going to heal Morin after the fight, but
Okay.
I'll just say that you
We have all.
you have your spells back.
Okay.
You have your spells back since it's a new session and we're kind of starting a new chapter of the story. So
Okay. So.
What if we leave him? I have a kit.
Mhm.
I have.
Oh, you have a
like
bunch of
bed
healer's
roll.
I
kit.
have a healer's kit. Yeah.
so you could have used your healer's kit,
Okay.
like a few uses of that, and you have like 20 uses
What?
of the healer's kit or something.
Really?
Yeah, you have
Okay.
you have 2 healer's kits which have 10 uses each,
Oh, okay.
and I
Oh,
think
shit.
I
I
think
have
it,
a,
I
I
have
have
the number.
a kit that I could use for 48 hours survival for 48 hours
okay,
in the woods.
okay,
So I could give that shit to him. You could heal him, and then we could head out there and scope out the den and get a game plan going. And he can meet us there later
I have a healing
after
potion.
he's done
That's
resting.
all I've got.
okay.
But I'll
Well,
use it.
I'm just we're just saying that everybody is just fully rested.
Like,
You got
he has all his
yeah.
hit points and shit back.
yeah, you got all your points, your spell slots, and everything.
Okay,
So-
Fuck it, then. Let's
Yeah.
fucking roll.
Alright. Well, fuck it.
Or due to me being really clericy, I say a prayer and he's healed. You're welcome, child.
And I have all my spell slots
Mhm.
back.
You're welcome.
hmm
I try credit for that.
Yeah, and I don't know if you remember this, but Sir Godfrey, I guess he's dead now, so never mind. I was gonna say Sir Godfrey actually touched you and replenished your spell slots before the fight happened.
Well, that was before the fight.
Right, and now he's dead, so he can't do it again. So, but anyway, we're just gonna say that you have all your spell slots back.
Sure. All right.
Hope you're okay with that.
Yeah, I'll take it.
We're fine with it.
Okay.
Take it.
Okay.
Go ahead and say we took a little nap.
Yeah. If we were playing weekly, maybe we could afford to, take time to figure out when you're gonna rest. But
Okay.
we want to get it
For the sake
going.
of getting the ball rolling.
Exactly.
Sure. Let's do what we gotta do.
Alright, sounds good. Let's go.
All right. So Vladimir asks you again. He says, "And where will you go now?"
There's some werewolves. I think it was south of here or something. I kind of start looking for my map.
There are werewolves that are enslaving children. And we must go help them.
It's a fine quest. Anything you can do to weaken Strahd's power is okay with the Order.
Thank you.
Is
Now-
there any way that
We're here.
I trust.
your order can assist?
Well, let's see what I can do. I trust you all have magical weapons, types of things that could damage werewolves.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't think I do. I just have some
Does he do this for a living?
basic.
You just have basic stuff.
Basic
You need
stuff.
you need either a silvered weapon or you need a magical weapon to do it.
That's why, like, when we got into the fight with the werewolf that one time, he was just like, fuck all about everything, yeah?
Yeah, and when you hit him, his wounds closed up
Can
again.
you remind us, DM, what we have
I can.
at
Yes.
all, actually?
Yes. Mozark has a silvered short sword. Hope has a crossbow with 20 silvered bolts.
Yeah. How many?
20 silvered bolts.
Okay.
Morin has a silvered dagger.
I've also got a sun sword.
You also have a sun sword, yeah.
What?
Silver short sword. And you also have a silver dagger and a sun sword. Vladimir says, "Perhaps I could help you out a little. If you don't have a magical weapon, it's a fool's task to go hunt werewolves without any magical weapons." And he pulls out a sword off his hilt, and he says, "This is a short sword of the dragon," and he hands it to you. And you see that it's a silver, or it's not silvered, but it is a magical short sword that's a silver color. The hilt has kind of a dragon emblem at the bottom, and the handle almost looks like dragon scales. The handle of the sword, and you hold it up, and when you touch it, it's very cold, and you think that it's emitting some kind of cold energy. Outside of game, when you attack with this sword, it does additional 1d4 cold damage when you attack with it. So it's a short sword that you can attack with, and that would be good. That would be useful against werewolves. So he hands that to you.
Thank you. Can we take Arthur too?
I will allow Arthur to guide you to wherever you need to go,
I like him.
but he must return as soon as he guides you there safely. I need him back here to run a few errands and to do some things for me. Very well.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you head off. Anything else you want to do at Argynvost Holt?
No, nothing I could think of. We know that we can return the dragon to the mausoleum
He wouldn't just
and
My
have a
thoughts
big
about
ass
him,
silver
he, like,
dragon might
walked
be
in
kind of good
to
if you
some
want
kind of
to
mist.
kill Strahd.
Our doggy.
But it's fucking
Right?
like
Mist?
living, breathing, flying
Yeah,
sea
we gotta
creature.
Leave us?
Where's
In
our
the
doggy?
cave?
Where's our doggy?
Your doggie's protecting the wolves, guarding the wolves.
So
Or sorry, guarding the horses. Guarding the horses. Your
He
wolf.
turned on us.
Your wolf is guarding the horses.
I don't know. In my notes, I said wandered in from outside the mist, but I don't remember.
Is that in the cave? Remember
No,
when-
you tied up your horses outside of Argynvost Holt, where you are, where you are
And
now.
we came around the back, and the back of the building was all fucked up. And we went in. There was the spiders. We left them outside
Oh,
there.
yeah,
Mhm.
got a big
You're
old
right.
fireball.
Is he still holding my ring?
Uh,
What ring?
no,
scrying ring.
it's inside a piece of fabric inside the bag of holding.
Okay.
Oh,
Alright.
okay.
So the ring is still in there.
Okay.
You also did give one of your horses away to
Yeah.
Savid when he was leaving to go back to Valaki. So you're one horse short, which means you have 3 horses and 4 people.
5 people. if
5
Arthur-
people.
yeah.
Arthur just kind of glides next to you. Remember?
I'll walk.
Okay.
You can share a horse.
I'll share.
Want to share?
Yeah.
Are we sharing?
They're sharing a horse. Okay. So you take this. You take the short sword from him, and he agrees to give you Arthur to guide you to wherever you need to go. Arthur is actually up on the rooftop with you, and he hasn't said anything yet. But as you guys are leaving, he says to you, he says, "Go tend to your horses, and then I will meet you out front. I'd like to discuss some things with Vladimir before we go." And so you guys go down to your horses, you untie them, and you're ready to go. When you're all kind of ready to go, you see Arthur come out of Argynvostholt. And he says to you, "It was not easy, but I convinced Vladimir to allow me to fight with you. I will follow you as long as I can, and fight with you as long as I can. It would be an honor to serve alongside the great Morin Stoneflayer.
Well,
But-
we're happy to have you, Arthur.
I do have one request. If given the chance to return Argynvost's bones and put us all to rest, I would be forever grateful.
Of course.
But until that day, I am yours."
All right.
So where are we headed?
We gotta go kill these werewolves.
The
Yeah,
wolf den.
southwest.
Southwest, yeah.
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 We have a location on our maps.
You do, yeah. It's not marked on this one. I will mark it on this one, actually.
He said it's about a 3-hour walk. It's not very far.
Yeah, it's real close. So, I don't know if you can see that black X that I circled.
Like the windmill?
No, the windmill is circled in red.
Oh, I got
Should be
you.
over here.
So the werewolf den is tucked in the mountains, kind of outside of Argynvostholt.
Okay. So the building. Oh, okay, with the crumbling side.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
Argynvostholt.
It's hella close then.
Yeah,
You
it's
see it?
about 3 hours away.
I know.
I didn't realize it was crumbling. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Just realized
It's
that.
fucking attention to detail right there.
Yeah.
Just realized.
Look at the ruins to the
Maybe
south.
we
That
shouldn't have
Stonehenge
walked
looking
into
thing.
that room.
You don't know. You can ask Arthur if you'd like to.
Okay. Well, let's go solve one problem at a time and go fuck up these werewolves first.
Okay.
So, what do we know about werewolves? Does anyone have any knowledge of werewolves?
Silver.
Silver,
Mhm.
nighttime. Does that have anything to do? Because we got attacked during the
Full moon.
daytime.
Yeah,
last
they'll.
time.
Werewolves are not inherently nocturnal, or
Cool.
not. So they'll attack anytime.
Okay.
They may be
And then
servants
the
of straw.
Mm-hmm.
The town where these kids are being taken from.
Can
where is
we
it?
touch on that just because that feels like new information, though I'm sure it's not. What about kids being enslaved?
Yes, the children. There are children from the villages in Barovia, as well as outside the mists, that are being kidnapped by the werewolves and taken back to the den.
Got it. Okay. Got it.
So as agents of Strahd, they can come in and out of the mists, unlike the
Yes.
general populace. Okay.
Yes, they can come in and out of the mists, and they will bring children from outside the mists as well.
Fuck.
Uh,
Save those babies.
Alec also did tell you that he's not sure what they do with them exactly, but he believes that they give the purest of the children to Strahd to feed on as a delicacy.
Yeah.
They make the others fight for their own amusement, he'd imagine.
Baby Fight Club.
I want to know what constitutes a purest of the children. What the fuck does that mean?
The softest.
Like,
I don't know.
but what
Don't
the
find
actual
out.
fuck is that?
Maybe like offspring from like, I
What,
don't know.
virgins? Like that isn't. I don't know.
Or like
doesn't happen.
paladins or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you figure he's unholy, he's the opposite of holy, so corrupting
Is there a lot of those ones?
the,
or?
fucking pure, pure. I mean, they got rid of alignments in this edition, but
Kind of.
like, probably like really good people. Like if I don't know, a fucking priest and a priestess had a kid or some shit like that. Not that that would happen, but
Uh, Alec did tell you that that some children in Barovia are born with souls and some are born without. That the ones that have souls,
The collectiveness of like that is kind of
yeah,
So soul children are like better than non-soul
yes.
children?
yeah. Well,
we can still the soul.
Strahd likes the ones with souls.
Oh, okay.
So
that's like
Extra
the
flavor.
purity aspect is the souls.
yes, yeah.
Okay, so that makes sense. But anyways, so are there any villages nearby where
That's too
children
much.
were taken from?
Yes, but you don't know that yet.
Oh.
Okay, I'm kind of.
All right.
I had questions.
So dude that had all the info, we're meeting there. So we don't really have any time to do anything else other than just hit up there.
Well, it's midday. It's going to take you about 3 hours to get to the meetup spot. So you do have a few hours because the Were Raven said that they would meet you there at night.
And it wouldn't be a good idea to head over there and scout the place out during the daytime anyways, because the chance of us getting seen or something like that is probably a lot better. We should probably head there at night anyways. So I vote we just fucking prepare. I don't think it makes any sense to head someplace else and then head over there, because then we're gonna have to book it and we might not get there on time. But
Do you want to get like halfway there, like mostly there, and then stop?
like
Get
set
to the
out,
edge-
like
get
set
to
up
the edge of the
outside.
forest
So
and-
Yeah. So that way.
Set up nearby.
Okay.
It looks
Yeah.
like there's some mountains if we
Can
head
we have a
north.
strategy going in? Because I feel like we kind of always just run in and start trying to fuck shit up, and usually it works. DM don't listen, but like I don't know if it will. I don't know.
I think
Feeling
that
this, I'm a little nervous.
so there's kids in there that we should probably rescue.
So what's our-
We should probably head. There should be 2 teams. One team goes in, and your job is just to fucking kill everything that needs to be killed.
Exactly.
And then the other team comes up behind and moves forward with us, and they worry about the kids. You can't worry about 2 things at once.
So I'm gonna
one
worry about the
team-
kids because I have less ability to kill werewolves, but I do have a short sword, which isn't gonna do me much good unless something comes up on me. So
You're a rogue, so what sort of abilities? Do you sneaky sneak? Do you sneaky sneaks?
Yes,
So she
yes.
sneaks?
Mozark
Those are
sneaks.
very sneaky.
Mozark gets sneak attack damage as well. So
well, I guess
this should be your primary tactic in battle. Is you want to attack an enemy that is distracted, right?
I love knowing this 7 sessions, and that's awesome.
I told you before.
Well,
You should attack an enemy that is distracted, and
Or
with that,
nearby a comrade.
right. So if one of your allies is in melee combat with them within 5 feet, then you get bonus damage because they're distracted by your ally.
okay.
So
Okay.
So like approaching unaware opponents, or approaching them while they are aware, but approaching them from off angles.
Mhm. Yeah.
Catches them flat-footed or whatever the fuck it's
and if
called.
they can't see you, if you're hidden from if they don't notice you, then you would get additional damage as well. So
You have to roll for stealth too, so you have to do it successfully. So here's what I do: I throw a rock. Well, we don't even know that. Can we approach? Well,
Yeah.
We're not
walk
even
in.
there.
Yeah, we're not even there. Like I say, we go there and assess the situation, how many guards there are and stuff. So we'll have to all collectively move stealthily.
If we head
Um,
north and then cut west and head south, so like a U shape, we can come in from the hills, which would give us elevation and probably a little bit more
And it looks like there's a
concealment
path there anyway.
than from like there's a pass, and so that might give us some more concealment and give us elevation, so it'll give us a little bit more
where? I'm
sight.
sorry?
Like go up north and then
Okay,
cut.
come back.
Yeah, like around.
Just come around
Okay.
from the back
How much
side.
time would that take?
If we're assuming the east side is the front, then come around from the back.
let's see right there. It would take you about an extra 2 hours to traverse through the mountains.
Do we still meet our time
Yeah.
limit there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you wouldn't have any time to hang around Argynville's Holt. You'd have to leave soon. But the terrain there is not so jagged and rocky that your horses could not go with you.
Yeah,
So
I was
you
gonna ask,
you can ride your horses through the mountains as well.
Makes sense.
Alright. Good plan. Good plan.
Let's do it.
All right. So you leave Argynville's Holt. Arthur has now joined your team, and he's like, "All right, so let's go hunt some werewolves, yes?" And he's like overly
He's not gonna be
excited
a
about
part of
this.
the rescue team. He's gonna be a part of the attack
Fuck
team.
shit
I
up.
think,
Yeah.
I don't think he's the rescue team kind of guy.
Yeah.
And he also has one of the same blades that you do, that frost blade. So you guys are going. You leave Argynvostholt, and mind if I see the map one more time? Thank you. And you cut from the front of the building, and you actually go north. You enter the mountains from kind of the north side, trying to come around the what you assume is the back of the werewolf den.
On the west side, yeah.
On the west side, yeah. So you do that. The terrain starts to change a little bit, though. As you make it onto the main road, you notice that the dirt road kind of zigzags through the mountains, leading high up into the high up in elevation. Where you are now, actually, you start to see a little bit of snow start to kind of cover the rocky points around you. You cut your way through the mountains, and upon observing the skyline, you actually see that 4 ravens kind of flying, and then you can track where they land, which is where you would presume to meet the were-ravens that you are meeting up with. So you have that bit of knowledge. When you come up from behind, you're coming down this hill. Who's in front?
Do you want us to assemble our party?
Mm-hmm.
Is this Arthur?
That can be you.
Okay. Well, this is my dude, right?
Which one?
This one's my dude.
Oh, is
This
that
guy?
that's
Yeah,
your
this
dude?
is my dude.
Okay, well then that can be Arthur, I guess.
Yeah, this will be Arthur because it's a fucking ghost or whatever.
Well, if he's
Which
with us,
way are we walking?
Here, let
So
me
you
show
guys
you.
are like on the same. Do they occupy the same space because they're on a horse together?
Yeah. All right.
have you guys played Undertale? I know Steven has, but
I've been wanting to buy it, but I always forget to pick it up when it's
Isn't
on
it
sale. No, it's like $10, I think.
it's so worth it. It's so funny.
Yeah.
I imagine that Arthur is the skeleton from that game.
Which one?
This guy. What's his name?
I've listened to the soundtrack though. I can't
Oh,
remember
yeah,
who it
it's
was, but somebody
awesome.
was like, "Oh yeah, the soundtrack's super cool," and I ended up. I think it's all on YouTube.
Yeah.
I remember listening to it.
It's got a really good soundtrack. Where are their names?
So this might be a little hard to visualize here, but
Are we walking through that?
this is a slanted down area, right?
Okay.
And so this part is the top of the mountain that you're on. You're all, who's in front?
Devin might be probably.
Who's
towards the
together?
front.
Mozark and Hope are together on one horse.
Mhm.
I'll
So,
probably be up in the front.
okay.
'Cause I'm the
You know your way around a
Pathfinder
little
kind
better.
of dude.
Yeah.
I got
Okay,
the-
and then Arthur's just kind of gliding along with you.
Yeah.
So you see that when you're coming up in front of you, you reach kind of like a cliffside. And when you look over the cliff, you're actually looking down about 10 feet to a flat area. And who's looking over? You would be in front, so you're going to be doing that. So when you look down, you actually see about 10 feet wide circle, kind of recessed pit. Around this pit, there's stones, and you can make out rusty spears and swords, and there are a few bones in this area as well.
Looks like people were throwing people off the cliff.
So you kind of go this way, right?
Or a trap.
Yeah.
So there's like rocks and like rusty blades in here.
Or maybe that's where the kids are fighting. They throw the kids to make them fight for their little fight club. Do we see anything else?
You'd have to jump down to look,
Oh.
and it's about a 10-foot drop down.
Where did we see the were-ravens lying?
About 100 feet in front of the cave that way.
Okay. So like over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, should we send you in since you're the sneakiest?
Actually, I'd like to.
Yeah.
How far
if,
down?
If, anybody,
To go that
if
way.
anybody's gonna sneak around and get away with it, probably you.
Is the,
Yeah.
Okay.
doggy
So
with
the only
us?
way down is just jumping down 10 feet?
Well,
The
don't
doggy's
we
with
have
you, yeah.
rope?
Okay. I want to hitch the horse to the
Somebody's
horse
got
that
rope.
we're riding
Yeah.
to a tree.
Pretty sure I do.
We also got to think too, though, if we end up heading towards the den,
And that's
we're
the
gonna be running. We're probably gonna run away from to the east. We should probably run the kids to Argynvostholt, because that's probably gonna be the safest place. And we don't have any fucking horses. But I mean, I guess the kids won't. But we could run kids two people on 2 horses and run kids back and forth. But it's like a 2 or 3 hour fucking journey. No, we'll have to stage them closer than that.
Yeah.
We'll have to
Put a
stage
couple
the
of
clothes.
kids on a horse.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like you can fit like 3 kids on a horse if it's
Yeah.
like that.
We'll run kids on horses to a safer location. Maybe we'll put some of these fucking were ravens over there, and then one of ours because we can't fucking trust those guys.
I'd imagine that they can guide them. Well, we asked for help. Who knows who's showing up? So
And we also gotta. I mean, we don't know if these dudes are legit too. They could be fuckers too, for all we know.
I want to climb down. I'm curious to see
Yeah.
what's down there because
Let's just do that
it
first.
seems intriguing. as
Okay.
fuck.
Okay.
Is there
wanna,
any way to
like-
get her back up once she goes down?
You have
Well, I
rope.
wanna put-
Okay.
Yeah, say,
Yeah.
can we put like a rope around here?
Tied to a
I want to go
boulder,
through.
trees.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't want to just like fucking jump down in the middle of that shit.
Yeah.
A
Fuck
bunch
that.
of rusty swords and
Yeah.
shit.
It's-
So I'm gonna come up
Kind of
or come
rappel
down
down.
probably around there.
There's not really anything that you can tie the rope to, but you could have somebody hold it.
Yeah. Get 2 people hold it and let her down,
Whomever.
and then just keep eyes on her.
Okay. So who
Who's
wants
got
to?
ranged weapons? We should put some ranged weapons on the ridge to
She's got-
support her if we need
I
to.
know. I think I should be
Yeah.
with my crossbow.
You and me, I'm the strongest because I'm the warrior, so
I
I'll
don't
hold,
think I'm very strong.
I'll hold the rope, and then you cover her with ranged weapons if shit goes off.
Yeah, I'm not strong at all.
Yeah.
0 strength.
So who wants to hold the rope?
You can tie
Oh,
it to
the
you can tie it to the horse.
That's
no,
true.
fuck that. The
Horse.
horse spooks, though.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, let's
It's only
all
10
hitch our
feet, but-
horses. Let's hitch them to
Yeah.
trees.
Okay.
Apparently
Well, you
there's
have to do
no
that because
Yeah, hitch them to trees, and then I bring out my crossbow.
There's nothing to hitch a horse up to or to up here. It's a slanted, like grassy slope. You do see trees in front of the den.
Okay.
We'll just let her down. It's only 10 feet. She'll just
Yeah.
use the what little slope there is. She could just kind of walk her way down while I hold it.
Yeah.
When she's down, I'll pull it up, and then when she needs to get back up, I'll throw it back down to her.
Okay.
And then
Or
you
should I
cover her
get-
with your crossbow.
Yeah.
Can I give Wolfie a command to like shepherd the horses, like make sure they stay or something?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I think Wolfie would understand that
Stay.
command. Yes.
Wolfie's job has just been just watch the cars.
Um,
Every time.
make an
I wanna
anim-
be
make
good
an
at
make an animal handling
Yeah.
check.
Uh-huh.
16.
Oh, your animal handling is
You probably get
where you are. You at Hope? Where you at Hope? There you are. It is +3, so it's an 18 total. Yes, so you are able to express that to Wolfie. Wolfie knows to if the horses kind of start wandering off to kind of get them back in one pack, and you believe that Wolfie will accomplish this task,
Okay.
unless something spooks them and they all just scatter in like a frenzy. But if they're just kind of wandering around, he'll keep them in one spot. So you're gonna lower yourself down. When you get down, and that's Mozark. When you get down here, you can get a closer look at the rusty spears and the rusty blades that are inside this recessed pit. You see very clearly that there's caked blood on those spears and swords. There's also, it looks to be blood kind of lining the bottom of this pit. You see a few bones, but not entire bodies. Just kind of bones lining the inside. When you look up this direction, this actually extends, this little area here, extends into this little kind of cliff side, and you see a door right here. That's what you
Okay,
see.
so I want to yell up to them that you guys, there's a door down here. I'm gonna go in. Does anyone else want to join me?
From your vantage point, you also see this, which is a gash in the top of the den of the wolf cave. It's about 5 to 10 feet wide. You don't know where it goes down, but you'd have to kind of go down the slope a little bit to get a closer look. But you do see that it's an open slit in the roof of the den. And so you see two things.
Can Mozark see me?
Yeah.
I look at Mozark and I go,
I'm sorry. I don't understand what this is.
Yeah, so
Hole in the ceiling.
It sounds like we're standing on top of the den.
mhm.
This looks like it's some sort of entry point. This is some sort of weird fucking ceremonial, weird werewolf death pit. And then this is like a hole in the ceiling of the den proper.
yeah, like you suspect that if you were to enter the den from the front, you would be able to look through the ceiling here.
Okay.
And you're
So
probably
that looks to be the entrance right here.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in. I want to inspect more.
Okay, you want to inspect the door?
Yeah, but I'm gonna go on the side.
Let's see here.
We never linked up with the were ravens. We don't know where they're at right now.
We saw them land somewhere like out here.
Yeah, and you can hear them kind of cawing from where you are. You hear them like making noise outside. I would like you to make a insight check. Not insight. Perception check.
16.
Yeah. So your perception is +5. So you got a 21. So you hear them, and it sounds like they're kind of calling for you, like they're trying to alert you. You may be able to signal to them where you are, but they do not know where you are currently.
Is
So
there any magic shit you can do to make them aware of us?
Yeah, I could. Let me see. I want to just kind of like shoot some sparks out of my hand.
okay.
God.
Into the sky where we're
No
trying to have
discretion,
peace.
y'all.
All right.
No one's sneaking.
Can they
in.
see us? Is
Well,
there like a
look.
depression? Or
You're kind of exposed on the so like you're if the slope of the mountain is like this, right? Here's the werewolf cave opening. You're up top here. You're looking down like a sheer drop to a 10 feet to like this little pad where you found like the fight pit, and then it slopes down from there to the front of the cave.
what about this?
Here's my thought. If
Yeah.
My sword, is it shiny?
Yeah.
Your sword is super shiny.
Yes,
If
your
my
sword.
sword is kind of shiny.
Yeah.
What's the weather like right now?
It's cloudy skies. Like
You're gonna
So there's no way I could use it as like a mirror.
Reflective.
Like a
you don't even know where the
mirror?
sun is. You kind of you suspect that because of the time of day, it's probably to the west, because it is a little bit later in the day, almost nighttime right now. So yeah, you don't.
shooting some sparks because I figure if the wolves are coming out of the den, why would they look up this way? They would look out that way.
So you do that.
That's true, but if there's
The-
anyone
the
in this room,
ravens
they
would
might
be
be
looking-
able to see from in here.
The raven guys would be looking this
If you
way.
do it straight up, I think you're fine.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm doing. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just like as a signal because I figured the raven guys would be
Like-
looking this way. At least some of them would be looking that way.
And it is
The-
daytime, so it's
It's
not like
unlikely the
nighttime.
wolves would have a reason to look up this way.
Unless they are.
Then fuck
Yeah.
'em. Then fuck 'em in that case. I'm still doing it. I'm shooting some.
I
If
wanna
we're
take
gonna
out
do
purple
that, if we're
spark.
gonna signal them, try to signal them over to us, we should at least pull up her before we do it. Because if shit pops off and they see that we're up here,
Yeah.
she's gonna be fucked. Because then we're gonna have to climb down while they're making their way up.
Okay.
And then we're gonna be at a disadvantage when shit goes down.
So do you want to hold off on the flare for now? Because you did want to investigate the door. I'm getting back to that.
I want to know where it goes.
Okay.
Well,
I'm very nervous that I can't see Mo.
I'm gonna
My only
motion
concern
then.
is that they're gonna have information that we could use because they've been scouting this place for days.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Since I can't
The
see Mo
werewolves.
anymore, I'm looking around to see if anything.
They can
comes
fly
out
up
from
here.
my line of sight.
if they knew we were here.
Do I see anything else inside the cave? Is it just the door?
You just see the door.
What kind of door is it?
It's like kind of a weathered wooden door.
Is it like how weathered?
It looks like it's kind of like rickety, like almost like a barn door, like where you wouldn't expect it to be like super strong, but it's not like falling apart. But it looks like it could be like bashed in, or it could be like ripped
I want to
open.
send Amelia. And is there any part that I can send her in through?
Yeah, it's like slats and with like two like
Okay.
wooden things going around
I
here.
want to send her through.
Okay.
I'm just wanting my goal in that. I don't know how to do this, but
Yeah.
my goal in that is just to see if she comes back right away, because it could drop off right there. It
Mhm.
could go down further.
Mm-hmm.
I just want her to
Okay.
go
So she okay.
without
So,
opening the door.
yeah. So there is like a little like slit in one of the slats, like on the bottom, where she could squeeze through and like run in. So you see her little like she squeezes through. She goes in, and she goes in. She's in there for a little while, and then she comes back out.
She's okay.
She's okay. She doesn't seem to be upset or like scared or anything.
Okay.
And you can ask her yes or no questions.
Oh, I can.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anyone in there?
Let me see. She squeaks twice for no.
it look empty completely?
She squeaks twice for no.
Am I the only one that can talk to her?
Yes. Yeah.
Is it safe for me to go inside?
She squeaks once for yes.
I'm gonna go in.
Okay. So you go to open the door, and it's not locked. Kind of opens up, and in front of you, you see a pitch black hallway or stairway that seems to descend into the cave.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna come back out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna motion because I want to be able to see at least one, so whoever's closest that I'm going in.
So she's going in. What are you guys doing?
I whisper.
What are you
and I
doing?
say someone should go down with.
Okay. So Morin is going to shoot the sparks out of his hands. So he flares it, magic kind of shoots out of your hands, and you hear the squawking kind of stop, and then you see 4 were-ravens kind of ascend from a tree kind of a few hundred feet in front of the cave. All of them seem to be carrying a large satchel, and they're kind of like flying over to you. And they land next to you, and all 4 of them transform into human form. And the satchel that they're carrying are basic clothes that they can cover themselves with. So, of the 4 were-ravens, you recognize Alec, and he says, "You made it back." And he's like kind of putting on his clothes, and he says, "I see you guys decided to come in from the rear. That was wise." And he says, "I apologize. I could not get more than the 3 ravens, but we were scouting the area, and it appears that the alpha has left the den. Every now and then, we've noticed a pattern that the alpha he will leave, presumably to go hunting, but he left with a few of the other werewolves and a few wolves. I think now would be an opportune time to strike."
What else do you know this place?
I know that there's at least 6 werewolves inside, and at least 9 wolves. By our best count, we saw 3 werewolves leave, and 4 wolves along with them. I suppose if you do the math, there should be at least 3 werewolves left inside, and 5 wolves. But we don't know much else than that. We know that when the alpha leaves for the hunt, he's usually gone for 2 or 3 hours.
Where are the children?
We don't know. We haven't been able to go inside.
Is there a safe place
So-
for us to take them if we can get them out?
Oh, it would be a journey, of course. We'd have to find somewhere to take them, yes. We might be able to take them back to the orphanage in Villaki. Perhaps we could get them there, if we can get them there safely. Of course, we can fly. But
One of ours is in there right now.
well, then
They're sneaky.
then we mustn't. There's no time to waste. Then we must get inside.
You think she's in danger? He? Oh, he's in
Well.
danger?
He's taking on a den of werewolves by himself. I would say yes.
That's a good point.
Let's go.
Well, let's go.
So if I'm in there, is anyone coming down or am I?
That's what we're discussing up top.
We're coming down now.
You're still sneaking in there.
I'm gonna send
inside.
Amelia back in.
Okay,
A little.
a little further.
Tell her to go in a little further. And let me know when she comes back out.
Okay. So
Let's stop before you see any movement. If you do, come back.
okay. So she goes in. She's gone for about maybe 5 minutes.
Oh, it's only okay.
And she comes back up. You hear that her scurrying kind of went all the way down the staircase, but then you lose track of her sound that she's making. But she makes it back up safely. You don't hear any
Did you see the children?
She squeaks once.
For yes.
Yes.
I'd say like 5 minutes. You said.
Mhm.
I'd say by that time we've lowered ourselves down.
Yeah.
Or do we need to do any sort of check for anything?
Let's see. No. The were ravens will hold the rope for you and let you all go down.
Okay.
And they actually can take a hybrid form where they don't lose their clothes. But they do have their arms kind of grow feathers, and so they're a hybrid bird man, and they can just kind of like
It's fucking
gently
badass.
let themselves down.
They're like raptors.
Yeah.
Sweet D.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So
Thank you.
these guys are gonna scare the shit out of the kids.
yeah,
So I
I
think,
think they're good on that though.
but they transform back into human form.
yeah, I guess they have seen some shit. If we tell them they're good, they're good.
But
But
like, just fucking get used
we
to
got to
it.
figure out who's gonna be the going and fuck everything up team, and who's gonna be the let's get the fucking kids out team. But I think one of us. It could be you, it could be me, it could be anybody, but one of us should be with the kids because again, these are all third parties that we're dealing with here.
It should be. Oh, yeah. I think it
Me.
should be her.
Yeah.
You can protect them.
I'll protect them.
So. Okay, so are we down there and we're all convening?
You're around the fight pit.
Okay.
All of you
we're
are
all
down
done.
there. So and Arthur goes down with you, but
Horses are still up
he
here.
kind of. Huh?
When I first get down there, I look at the bones and stuff, and I like
Oh.
touch them, and I like say a prayer or give a blessing or some sort of departure.
Okay.
Can we see anything down here?
Wish them good fortune.
If you go down there, you might be able to.
So I
Right.
can't see anything from the roof in.
No, it just looks like rocks. Kind of, you see the inside of this like open, but it's just rocks that you see around like the inside of that. But you don't see anything. If you want to, you could, without slipping, you could make your way down this grassy slope and look inside if you'd like to.
Yeah, I want to. I want to see if we can see anything from there.
Was anyone down there with me?
We're all
Yes,
down
they're
there.
all they're all in here down here with you now. So
I'm gonna let them know the kids are down there.
mhm.
I don't know that they've been talking up there. We
Is there
can't
any
hear them.
werewolves?
I haven't asked. Amelia, are there wolves or werewolves?
She squeaks twice for no.
Fuck it, let's go in and pull them out, and then we'll stage them up here.
I think our plan, tell them, get on the horses, have one of the ravens take
Mhm.
them west until they reach that path.
Okay.
Just keep going west
Like the
until
way
they
we came in? Yeah.
No, well, 'cause we came in this way.
Yeah, from
and
the
so
north.
tell them to go west until they reach here, and just to stop when they hit that clearing, and we'll meet them at some point. Whoever lives, we'll meet them.
Do the
there.
werewolves hunt in these in this area? Do they know where they said they don't know where the wolves go, right?
They don't know where they go, but they usually will take children from the local villages or from outside the mists. So,
So they're probably gone.
yeah.
Or I'm going to assume they're probably all gone.
So we either send them west until they hit that path, or up north until they hit those trees. And we tell. My goal is to just keep them together until we can get to them.
Yeah.
And it's close enough.
I should guide them. I'll go
Are you
with
gonna stay
them.
with them?
Yeah,
Okay, so
I'll go
where do you
with
want to
them.
go? Where do you want us to meet you? 'Cause you're gonna have to leave us.
And one of the were-ravens, taking one of the were-ravens with you might be good too, because then they can scout out. They could fly over and fly as the
Yeah.
crow flies and tell you what's up ahead.
I looked at Alec and I say, are one of your men able to join us in escorting the children to safety?
Oh, if we can get the children out, then yes.
You don't sound very optimistic,
Change your tune, Alec.
Alec. Okay. My name is Hope, bitch. Do we think that through the trees is the best?
Whichever. I would would have just told him to get to the path, but
Which path?
He says
we're right. We're
he
right
says-
here.
Northeast.
if we take the mountains to the west, the trees thin out, and we'd be out in the open, but we'd also see any threats approaching.
I think that would be the best one.
Let's do it.
I mean, there's no good situation. We just gotta get them out of here, and we need somewhere that we can all meet.
I mean, you always go the way you know when you can. So we know that this is clear. We take them in. We go in where it's clear. We grab them. We pull them out where it's clear. We'll bring them up here. We'll get them up, and then we'll
Just go
question them.
west.
We'll question them, see if they have any info for us, and then we'll get them out, assuming that they tell us that there's no more kids in there. I don't know if there's more kids in
There
there.
could be like 50. There could be 3.
Yeah. But I'm assuming that the kids will probably know about where the other kids are,
Yeah.
or at least we can hope so. And then, hopefully, that's all of them.
Amelia, is there less than 10 kids?
She squeaks once for yes.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Is there less than 5?
She squeaks no.
Okay.
Twice for no.
Okay.
All right, I'm
so
still in.
we're gonna need all the horses. Triple them up. I'm just trying to see what we're getting into.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going, and I just go inside. I kiss my coin of good fortune.
I
And I
hug
put
you.
it in my little pouch or whatever it is.
And we go.
All right.
I want to lead it.
I'm gonna follow her, but I want my short sword out.
Okay. So who's
My
taking the horses?
silver,
Hope, are you
actually.
taking the horses?
Do I need to bring them down?
No,
or leave
but
them up there?
No,
We're taking them up there.
so okay.
I'm sorry.
So now
I thought you
all
said you
this-
were gonna.
Let's
Yeah.
let's be on the same page, right? So everyone's down here.
Mhm.
We're gonna go through, get the kids out, bring them back up,
Yeah.
and then the ravens holding the rope with its weird wing arm
Yeah.
things, and then you get all of the 5 to 10 children, 5 to 9 children up,
Mhm.
and get them on the horses, and then they go west, northwest, west, whatever.
Yeah.
We send you up, and then we all.
Mhm.
Okay.
They'll probably have sustained injuries too. It's probably good that you'll be with them because you'll probably need to tend to them.
Can they help us lift the kids up? Do we need to put these injured children on ropes?
They could, if depending on how heavy the kids are,
These malnourished little children.
then they can put them on their back and kind of flutter up.
Cool.
They can't fly like long distances in that
That's
form,
Are
but they
saying
can
10 feet?
10 feet.
Cool.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So they can get themselves back up on top where the horses are.
Fucking kids always close.
So are the horses staying up here while you're going in? Is that what's happening?
By the way, there's wine there. I don't know. I forgot to tell you guys. If you guys help yourselves, if you guys want it. But you know that.
Okay. I'm gonna get a paper towel. Let's do this turn.
Oh, that's all I can't tell.
Trying to figure out who. I want to cast Sacred Blessing on someone, but I don't know who the other person is.
What's a sacred blessing?
Hey, will you fix the music?
Yeah, what happened?
Do tieflings have
Wait,
dark
no,
vision?
sorry. Shield of Faith.
Yeah.
Sacred Flame?
Pretty
No.
sure they do.
Resistance.
They live like under the ground, don't they?
No, I'm gonna cast Resistance.
Pretty sure they live
That's
under the
ground.
concentration. Never mind.
You're like blind.
I'm not casting
You do
anything.
too, don't
sorry.
you?
Yeah, I do. I'm a dwarf.
I don't feel confident that I'm surviving this session.
Oh, come on. You're
Don't
right,
say
you do
that.
math.
Amelia's gonna be fine. She's badass. I'd play Amelia alone if I could. What's that?
Those are stairs.
What's the how's the light in this cave? Is it pitch black or is
Pitch
it?
black. Like,
Yes. The one he gave us last time. The gold. The first gold.
Oh,
Doesn't it look
yeah. That looks so
cool?
much better.
Yeah.
I remember it was black.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. It was good.
Do I see any kind
Doesn't it
of
look so much better?
torches
And it
on
matches
the
all my
walls or
others.
anything like that, or no?
That's
no.
Okay,
Because werewolves can see in the dark, can't they?
I figured.
I don't know. Wolves can't, but
What'd you say?
I was just looking to see if I could see any torches or anything on the walls.
Music.
do you have any spells that like can instantly illuminate like an area if need be?
Oh, I've got this sword.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, pull out your lightsaber. It
Also,
has
I mean,
an
if we
aura.
have a torch, we can just light it. But
Well, if we can go in without any torches or anything lit, that'd be cool. But we'd probably be fumbling around. There's too many
Well,
of us.
dark. Who has dark vision?
me and you.
I do.
You're a
Well,
tiefling.
do you?
I'm tiefling.
I'm pretty sure tieflings have low light, at least low light vision.
Okay, so cool. But I'm leading the charge anyway. I'll let you know.
Right? Don't tieflings
Mo,
have low
hold my
light
back
vision?
right here.
Got you.
Right here.
You can see in darkness as if it was like grayscale. You can't see. You
Alright.
can't depict any colors.
I want to ask
Okay.
Alec. You guys see?
The were ravens.
Greta was a tiefling.
When
Amelia's good. She's
No, they cannot. They don't have dark vision.
They're like little night terrors.
So when you make it down, who's leading? Because it is pitch black darkness.
It would have to be me and Hope.
Okay, so
Me.
so we got
Everyone's just walking through the dark. Or something.
Morin and Hope are huddled together, and then we got Mozark behind.
I'm holding on to Hope.
Okay. And then we got Arthur going down there. Arthur also does not have dark vision. And what about Wolfie? Are you bringing Wolfie down with you?
Who's watching the horses?
Okay.
I'm gonna tell Arthur. Arthur, we'll have to be quiet, okay? We're not fighting yet.
Just, quiet! I'm always quiet!
How old would my son be in his 20s?
28. He'd be 28 years old.
As we're walking down, I'm thinking about my son.
I want you to make a constitution or a wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
Who?
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Who's doing it? She is?
Here.
Plus 5.
Yes.
Is it 20?
Yes, queen,
Oh,
bitch.
21.
Okay, so you get a 21 total. So as you think about your son, you feel something try to kind of enter your brain, like enter your mind space, and you're able to succeed on like kind of pushing it out, but you get this very clear vision of that wizard that you've been like kind of having visions of. You see him in his tower, black hood over his face, and you can make out a little bit more of his face, and you see that he has tiefling horns. And then you snap back to reality. So, when you make it down, you're thinking about your son.
Yeah, I'm like clutching my chest after having seen this like image. I'm like, oh my god.
But you aren't able to make out any defining features or anything else. But you see him at his desk with, you know, the orbs and the crystals and the other various magical supplies kind of scattered around this desk in his tower that he's been in. When you go inside, you can see that this little area here extends out this way. Actually,
Little cavern, a little cave, like a narrow passageway.
yeah, sorry.
Okay.
This stuff is like wet erase, so. Okay, this leads to like an open area here. And then it goes this way. So, you guys made it down, so this is up higher. And then you can see that this kind of is a network of caves leading further into the werewolf den.
Sunlight?
That is not sunlight, no. That's in, yes, up top, that is in
Got it.
sunlight.
Oh, so the pit with all the bones and shit, that was, we were looking through the roof of the den.
Right?
Down into the den?
No, it was an outside, it was an exposed area. So it's like,
Like a divot?
We went downstairs. We're below this area. This is like above us. That's like the roof.
yeah.
Got
The
it,
death
got
pit
it.
thing?
Yeah. So like,
That's on top.
if this is like the werewolf den, right?
That's scary as fuck. Alright.
You guys actually were kind of up here, and then this drops down to like a platform that leads further down. So this is where the
Where's
rings.
the stairs?
The stairs are right here, going in,
Got it.
going down. So your horses are up top here, and then you ascended down to like this top part here, and then the mouth of the cave is right here.
Cool beans, bro.
You get it?
Yeah. Okay, so do I see anything moving or anything that looks like a werewolf or wolf?
Do we hear anything also?
Make a perception check, both of you.
What do I do? 20?
Yeah, roll a d20.
20, bitch!
Natural 20?
I got a 9
We're gonna
plus something.
fuck up during the actual battle.
I hear
or
all the
whatever. Like,
things now.
You can hear very clearly what appears to be like muffled, like whispering coming from this direction, and you hear footsteps coming from over here in this little area. You don't know where exactly, but you hear very distinctly footsteps.
I'm holding on the back of her like shirt or whatever the fuck she's wearing. Whatever you're wearing. I don't know.
Probably my cloak.
Cloak on her cloak,
Mhm.
and I'm just gonna like kind of pull back just so slightly.
Okay.
So that way, if I hear that, like,
I lean back and like
I hear footsteps. And I'm gonna like tug this way because the footsteps are that way.
Over
right?
this way, yeah.
okay. So okay.
No, okay. No, I'm gonna. Okay, can I re-say what I'm gonna tell her?
Yeah.
Because I hear a lot. I'm gonna say, I hear. And I don't know where to go because I hear it on both sides.
You get it now.
No, that made it worse. What do you? what
You
do I
went
do?
down. You went down below.
Got it.
So now this is actually what you see.
You heard people talking? Can I listen?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
Okay.
make a perception check. Your perception is 3, so 13 total. You hear the whispering coming from over here as well, but it's very faint and it sounds almost muffled, not coming from over here. You actually don't hear the footsteps from over there.
Okay.
I should whisper.
Children might be whispering.
It's the wolves. I doubt that they're whispering in their own den.
Exactly. I'm gonna send Amelia down, and I say, go check the whispering.
Okay. So Amelia kind of goes this way, and she doesn't go far, and she comes back very quickly.
And are those the children?
She squeaks once for yes.
I'm gonna say
What about to the other
a
side?
little louder. The children are this way. And I'm saying, Amelia, check the footsteps.
So she goes this way and then comes right back.
Are they the children?
She squeaks twice for now.
All right. Defensive positions here. We'll
I'm
move
gonna
in that
say
way.
children.
I want to kind of
this
guide.
way.
I want to kind of guide people into this little room.
I'll go.
I'm assuming I don't see anything
Yeah.
there.
No.
So I kind of guide people into that area and just say, "Come on, watch out, cover us, watch that hole."
Morin, you're going in there? I want you.
I'm just guiding these people in here.
Are you going
I'm
in?
guiding people.
Okay,
in here.
yeah.
Well,
So
I was
figure
gonna go
I'm right
towards the
here, and
whispering.
I'm kind of pushing people from the stairs, kind of
Okay.
guiding them.
I need whoever's going across needs to make a stealth check.
what's that?
20. Is that a natural? Okay, no, it's a 7.
If it was cocked, you can reroll.
No, it was on a
Okay.
7. It looked like a 1.
Okay, and your stealth is 2.
17?
17, so you got a 25. You got a 9. Go ahead and roll a d20. You got a 19. Morin?
Oh, am I rolling too?
Yeah, everybody who's
When it
going
went
across, yeah.
over.
Oh, I'm kind of just staying at this corner, kind of guiding people into this area, but I'll roll.
Oh, okay,
it.
so you haven't actually crossed it yet?
No.
Okay, then you're fine. And then, did you want Arthur to go along with you into that room? Are you going into that room across the hallway?
No, I say we leave him and do the least amount of work with him as possible
We should get someone.
until we know where we're going.
Is there enough room for people to walk out if there's someone standing here?
Yes, you go skirt by them, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, then yeah, just leave. He stays here.
Arthur stays
Covers.
there. Covers
Okay.
the
We'll
stairs.
stay here. People who are gonna fight stay here, ready to ambush if we
Well,
need to.
I was gonna move in that way.
That's what I was gonna
I wasn't gonna move into this little area. I was just
Oh,
saying.
okay, gotcha.
You guys should kind of cover the hall, make sure
Yeah.
nobody sneaks up on me.
Guns pointed this way,
Okay.
Yeah.
and go get kids, get them the fuck out,
Yeah.
and then we'll move
Yeah.
up and start killing people.
So you all try to skirt across this hallway stealthy, and Hope kind of kicks a little bit like a rock, and you hear the footsteps stop.
What'd you roll?
7.
You hear the sound,
Anything less than 13, you might be.
and then Mozart, you're perceptive, and you hear that the footsteps stopped.
Fuck. Alright.
All right.
So,
Mhm.
so is she walking when I hear the footsteps stop?
Yeah.
I don't want to push her into the space. But that's gonna make more noise, I'd assume. Okay. Fuck. I want to go into this little area.
Mhm.
And I do want to like pull her in though, like towards me
Okay.
as I do that.
Well, Hope's job is to protect the kids, right?
Well, that's her job, but
Yeah,
I
she can come with me.
I was planning on going that through the hallway. I wasn't gonna follow Morin
Okay.
into the thing.
Okay, if that was your plan, then you still fail your check when trying to get around here.
Yeah, I know.
But your final goal, do you want to go into the room with Mozark and Soren, or do you want to go into the room with the children?
I want to go into the room with the children. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going this
Okay,
way
so you'd be
towards.
Yeah.
hugging,
Oh shit.
hugging the side of the wall with me.
Mm-hmm.
We do? We're there?
Yeah.
Cool. But they.
So,
So-
then what I'm gonna do then, if that's her goal, is I want it
heard
out.
me.
Like I want to be facing the. Oh no. I'm
Yeah.
Sorry. Fuck. Kind of like.
Well, the two people with dark, we're blind right now.
Yeah.
That's
That
my
means I'm
only
not gonna be
concern.
fucking ready.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
Sorry.
only because I
No.
hear this shit.
You're sorry.
I can't fucking see. Or fucking Morning. Other guy with the similar name
You
as me.
played
Get the fuck
yourself.
over here.
You played yourself, man.
All right.
I can't fucking see.
All right, fine. I was gonna go out the kids. Go out.
Save the babies.
What?
God damn it.
What? Okay, fine. Fuck. So I dart across.
Make a stealth check.
God damn it. 2. 1. Even better.
Oh no, we're fucked.
So you're trying to, as stealthy as you can, make it into the room, and
Now I feel like this is my fault.
and you don't notice that there's a few rocks on the ground,
Too.
and you trip over a few rocks and you fall prone on your face.
Shit.
But he's
And-
short, so it's not that far to fall.
No, it doesn't take any damage or anything,
No, I'm
but
just saying, it's
I
not that
actually have a
loud.
pretty good-
You're
Stealth
pretty
stat,
low to
too.
the ground already, yeah.
but you hear the footsteps over here. You now hear two people talking to each other,
Mother.
and you hear them say, "What was that? Did you hear that?"
Is male
Okay.
like an adult?
Yeah,
Okay.
Do
like
we all? Does he
let's
just
fuck-
hear
let's fucking
that, or
play
did we
this.
all hear that?
you all heard that now.
So I want to back up here
Mm-hmm.
because I think I was supposed to help get the kids since I'm
Yeah,
stealthy.
but then you hear the other one.
Fuck!
What?
What?
I had passed without a trace and I didn't fucking cast it. God damn it.
Next-
Fuck!
Um,
Am I-
but then you hear the other one say, "It was probably just Zuleka with the kids. She's probably just making some noise over there. It's probably nothing."
Okay. On that note, pass without a trace. Hold on. I totally forgot that I had this. I was like, wait a minute. I'm a fucking trickery
domain?
person. Yeah, hold on.
So we're still all grouped up like this?
A veil of shadows
Yeah.
and silence
Okay.
radiates from you. Okay, can I cast that?
You can cast that now, yeah.
Holy shit, yeah, okay. A veil of shadows and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection.
Fucking hell.
For the
kids.
duration, each creature, it's a concentration spell up to 1 hour. Okay, each creature
Wow.
you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a
Fucking A.
10 plus bonus to dexterity stealth check.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
For an hour, yeah, do it.
together.
Silent clap for hope.
as long as you're within 30 feet of Hope, you get plus 10.
Yeah. Pass without a trace.
Oh,
And then,
within
like-
30 feet of her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
have
have to stay with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're covering the rear, so you might get 30 feet out of range pretty quickly.
No, this is how big is this?
5 feet.
We don't know.
I mean, like,
So
Each
6
square should be
squares,
5 feet.
6 squares out is 30 feet.
yeah 5 feet.
Okay.
We don't
5
know.
feet.
We don't know how far.
So you can go 6 squares away from
literally
Hope.
like 3.
Yeah. Oh, right now you're fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you split up and one goes down further into the
You
cave,
don't fucking know where to go and know where to see. Let's just fucking do it.
all right. So you hear the footsteps continue, and
Continue where?
continue just kind of pacing. It sounds like they're pacing.
They're guarding something. I don't like this music.
They're
It's
guarding
so
the
intense.
children.
Like it's serious bullshit.
I think it might be.
Astral projecting and shit.
No, it's not. It's from a movie called
Serious.
The Dead Zone.
Though it could be. It's kind of retro.
However, I did listen to a lot of the Insidious soundtrack when I was making these playlists.
Fuck you. You did it.
I
Did
swear
you
I did.
really?
At work, I was
You're
listening.
fucking weird.
I know it was a weird week. It was a very weird week. I was just like
Talk
looking
about
up.
that later.
All right.
How far can I
Don't
see?
do that.
How far can I see from here?
Yeah. So you can make out this room here. And don't look at this, Devin. All right.
Sorry. Okay.
Devin.
You said don't look, and then I looked, and I was like, oh wait, no, don't look.
Psychologically, that's not your fault.
It's like, don't think of the word blue when I say blue.
Damn
I
it.
thought of several types of blue.
Oh shit. Turquoise, azul.
Periwinkle.
Azure.
What? That's a new one. I never heard that one.
Yeah.
Because most people think it's pronounced Azure.
So you can
Oh,
see.
then I know what you're talking about. Oh fuck, I just learned something. It's not
That's a
fun.
pleasure.
There's a teacher right here, you guys.
It was one of our spelling words.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know what it was right away? 'Cause I had to
The
remember what
spelling
fuck
of
is
it, but the
this?
pronunciation. I've been pronouncing it wrong my whole life.
Well, it's Crayola's fault. They don't tell you how to say the words.
They should come with a CD.
Fucking
How to pronounce?
Crayola. Fucking macaroni and cheese and shit. It's a real color. Look it up.
Is it really?
It is. I swear to God.
It's like an orange yellow.
It is. Like
I
macaroni.
couldn't. I knew exactly
No,
what
it's
color
purple.
it was. Fuck.
This is why he mutes us.
This is a family-friendly video, guys.
Don't talk about mac and cheese.
Protect the children from mac and cheese.
Fuck Crayola. Get sued
Never
now.
mind the F-bombs.
Fuck Crayola. I want you to censor out Crayola though. Okay.
That was beep.
Specifically.
Fuck
Fuck
beep.
I don't
Yeah.
think we got a like. What is it called when you have to get permission? To
Oh,
use, like, actually, you can use it in dialogue. You just can't have an image.
So we're gonna have rose art instead.
They're cheaper.
Well,
All
yeah.
right. Who
No,
can
organic
I,
ones are
Sign
the
up.
best. They actually are better than rose art.
can I use this one for a werewolf
Yes.
or a human?
Oh.
Actually, I'm gonna use this one.
Yeah, we have a human werewolf.
Oh, I'm so excited
we have
right
more
now.
Oh fuck. We've heard about this for 2 seconds, and now I'm gonna die.
I'm excited right
I
now.
have a
This is not my
lightsaber, I'm
forte.
scared.
I'm a
This is-
thief. Not so much fucking dragon killer. What is this? What happened here?
I drew
My
some stuff.
ninja.
Okay. So Hope has gone this way, and if you kind of make your way here, you can see that the path takes two. It splits to the left and to the right, and both lead to a few steps leading down into a big open area. The sounds of the whispering gets louder, and you notice that it's actually coming from a human woman who's kneeling in front of a shrine. Make a religion check.
Arrow to the head.
Oh,
Double tap.
15, and then I think
Yeah.
religion is one of my.
Plus one.
One.
That's one of my thingies, though. I think.
Doesn't look like it. I think history might
She's a
be.
fucking
No,
like high priestess shit.
Maybe I'm thinking of my paladin.
maybe.
Claire doesn't know shit about religion.
But you rolled a what?
What's
A six-
religion?
a 15?
I'm more of a spiritual cleric.
So
I'm
when
a
you,
trickery cleric. Pass that a trick.
when you look down in here, you see that the shrine that she's kneeling in before is not of the Morning Lord. Whereas the Morning Lord is the sun symbol that you can see everywhere. This is a woman with
How do we know this? It's a woman.
what? Because she recognizes it as the goddess of Mother Night.
What the?
Sorry, the goddess of the Night Mother.
Mother Night.
The Night Mother. Fucking Dark Brotherhood up in this bitch.
The goddess.
Mother Night sounds cooler. I'm not
Question.
gonna-
Okay, Mother Night it is. That's what it was originally,
Question.
but I changed it to Night Mother.
No, Mother Night, dude.
Mother Night. Okay.
Mother Night.
Yeah.
Is there light in this room, like a fire, like a
A
torch,
shrine?
like
There is. Yes.
Candles.
So,
Well, we don't know that. She would know.
well, I mean, if
There's
we're
3
looking
candles.
into the
Oh yeah,
room,
that's true. We can see.
There's
I'm
there's
not looking that
a there's
far. I'm looking over here
there's a
where there's
wall
some
right
dudes.
there's a wall right here, and the light source is way over here,
Oh.
so you wouldn't be able to see it.
So what do we know about this bitch? Because I'm about to.
So-
Well, hold on. What are we all doing? Because I know, like, once they said, you said we heard them say it's probably just
Why
the
don't-
kids, right? I moved to back here, but my goal is to eventually help free the children.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm stealthy and I can get them out.
Yeah.
While everyone else fucking
Why don't
fights.
you go? You can cover her, and on top of that, if they're chained up or anything, you can pick that shit because you're a thief.
That's exactly what.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. So you're going with Hope.
Soren gets it,
Yeah. So you're going with Hope.
but I'm kind of like,
I tell you, I say, you see me.
So
We have
Because
to
of your
know how to
religion check.
kill them.
what do you get?
Children.
let's see here.
This is music is epic.
We gotta like.
I wish
I want to
Uh,
push up and give them as much room because if dudes
It's like
move through
Gwendolyn,
us,
though.
that's a
It's my
fucking
first
problem. We gotta be buffer
Wonder.
between
I like it.
the
I haven't played her in a while.
Sorry.
Maybe I'll play her
Okay.
defendant.
If I
These
die,
guys.
when I
and
die,
You see-
Gwendolyn.
we'll pull
You
fucking
see a
Arthur
statue.
and we'll
You see a
pretty much
statue
just
of
square up.
a female with her hands stretched out like this. However, her head is that of a wolf.
Oh shit.
There are garlands of purple night flowers kind of draped over her, real flowers, and green vines kind of draped over her.
You
Around the shrine, you see massive piles of treasure, gold, gems, offerings to the Mother Night.
I'm gonna turn around at that point. I'm intrigued. Oh, I'm this way.
And you see her kneeling here. So yes, because of your religion check, you recognize that it is a shrine to Mother Night.
And I'm assuming this is where the children are.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, those are boxes. Each one actually has a heavy stone on top of the cage. It's a cage that kind of will put on top of them, of the children. Each one has like a 40-pound stone on top of it that the children cannot push off.
I know this is probably irrelevant. How old do these
Yeah,
kids
that's
look?
super relevant.
The children look to be between the ages of 6 and 10.
No more stories with children.
Okay.
Exhausting.
So I have
Trying to save them all.
Pascal Trace casted on me.
Yeah.
On
How
us,
loud-
right?
On anyone
Yeah,
within 30 feet.
30 feet. Yeah, so it's each one of these squares is 5 feet. So as long as you're within 6 of me,
I'm right
you have
behind
plus
you,
10
dude.
to.
I'm there.
Well, I have. So how does that work if if let's say for example I use my crossbow
Yeah.
and I fired it, would it make a sound?
Yes.
I hold on, would like to charm person.
Okay.
Like,
That person?
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You have magic?
Yeah, I do.
Vistani curses, yeah. So you want to cast a Vistani curse on her.
Just until we figure out who the fuck she is and if she's bad, so that way I can throw a fucking arrow through her head.
Okay.
Cause I'll do it.
Okay, so she has to be within range. I think she is, right? 60 feet, it says? Or 30 feet?
30.
Yeah, she's within range. 30 feet.
Okay.
So she has to make a wisdom saving throw, right? Does it say
Yes.
on there?
I'd like to ready an action.
Make
Ready in
a
action?
wisdom saving
If she
throw and
fails,
does
I
so
wanna
with
fire my
advantage
crossbow.
if you or your companions are fighting it or not.
Okay.
If it fails saving throw, it is charmed by you until the spell ends or until you or your companions do anything harmful to it, which we're not.
Okay.
The charmed creature regards you as a friendly acquaintance.
Okay.
If the spell ends as a result of hostile action, which it won't until I kill her, by you or your companions, which we won't, the target knows it is charmed by you, but she'll be dead, so it don't matter.
Okay. And what's your wisdom save DC? Or your spell save DC? Does it say there?
No.
Let me see.
Oh, this, yeah, sure.
No, it should say on the curse
does.
itself. Let me take a look.
Here. I just want to get on her good side, find out who she is, because I'd also like to get my bow ready.
Okay. You
My
can
short bow.
you can do that. Yeah. You probably had it out already.
No, I had my short sword.
Short sword. Okay. So then
I
yeah,
don't know if
as
that takes a whole
as a
thing, if
bonus
you
action, I'll
wish
let you pull out your bow, but you wouldn't be able to stash your dagger or your short sword at the same time. You'd have to drop your short sword,
it, which I won't do.
Or just wait
Um,
6 seconds.
or just wait till next turn, and
Yeah.
you could swap them.
I'll swap them
Okay.
And it's
until
like,
after, since she'll be charmed anyways.
Yeah.
what sound will be made, or is it once it leaves?
So it gives you a +10 to your stealth checks. Firing a weapon wouldn't really be a stealth check, because you're not really. There's no way to do that stealthy. You know? Does that make sense?
You haven't seen me.
Well, I guess if it's also concentration, if it's concentration, am I breaking my concentration
If you fire a
my
bow? No.
weapon?
No. Okay, so she rolls a 3. So she fails her save. So she is cursed. She is charmed by you.
Alright. I'm going now.
And
Do your thing. I got you, but that's all I can do.
so you're
Whoever
ready.
she is, she's not fucking friendly because those motherfuckers thought it was her making noise in there, and they were like, "Oh, whatever."
They
it's
thought it
probably
was.
her."
Wait. I'm sorry. One more time. What did they think? What did they say?
They said it's probably Zuleka with the kids, just making noise down there. It's probably fun.
Well, either way, she sees children chained up. However, if that's her religion, I mean, doesn't make it great. But I mean,
Okay.
she's probably thinking she's doing her best self right now. So I don't know.
So she can charm that person
Mhm.
to.
To think that you're a friend,
Okay. So I walk up to
Zuleka.
Zuleka. I say, "Hi, Zuleka. Am I making noise?" So I walk up to her, casual, like.
Yeah. If you want to walk up stealthy, I'll let you make a stealth
Let me
check.
know when I
Yeah,
can draw my
I-
bow.
While she's walking up, you can do that.
Okay.
So I'm doing a stealth check.
Yeah. Plus 10. Mhm.
But plus also, would it be whatever
Is that
my stealth
Yeah,
is?
yeah. Stealth plus 10. That's
So I
a,
rolled shitty, so 17, and then plus whatever my stealth thing.
yeah,
is.
plus 2. So you rolled a 19 total.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I
you're able
stealthy.
to walk up without her hearing you.
Okay, and I say, hey, Zuleka. I feel like I keep mispronouncing.
Zuleka, yeah.
Zuleka.
And,
How's it going?
She turns around at you and she's so the charm means that she's charmed by her, right? So she doesn't see, or him, she doesn't see Mozark, so she sees you and she does not recognize you as a friend.
Oh.
So she turns around and she says, "What are you doing here? Why are you here?"
We mean no harm.
And she
I wanna
sees you.
say that from
Okay.
the back.
Okay. And so she looks at you very confused.
I go down and
Yeah.
I sit down. I get down next to the shrine and I like.
I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Hmm.
Unless do you want to do
Uh-huh.
that thing that you just said? I'm sorry.
What
I
the-
know how I would react, but if she
Yeah, yeah.
says that, I'll react differently.
You tell me. What are you guys
Yeah,
doing?
that's what I say.
What do you
I'm
say?
worried about her.
What do you say?
That we mean no harm.
Okay. And she says, Of course. Mother Night has answered my prayers.
Yes. Yes.
That
Are you here to defeat Kirill?
Do tell us
Remind me.
more. I think we're coming off as
And when she stands up, you
As-
see this is the person that you see,
ooh, honey, yes. All
right? So you see a human woman.
Shit, a wolf's head. Well, I don't see.
No,
No.
the statue
We're-
has
we're-
a
The
wolf's
statue
head.
has a wolf head.
The shrine she's praying to,
Yeah,
and now Hope is praying to.
Say, who is it?
Kirill.
Kirilo. What has Kirilo done
Uh,
to wrong the goddess Mother Night?
Yeah. Why would we be sent to?
Well, I've been praying, and she's come to answer my prayers. Kirill is the alpha male here, and he's an evil man, an evil creature.
I'll run block.
We do not approve of the way that he does things here, but we're at his mercy. None of us would dare confront him. He's too strong.
I'll go over to Mode again. Again, and I continue.
Hmm. She says, "Have you come to defeat Kirill?"
We have. We are your ally. In order to do so, we need to free the children, and we need your help to get them out of here.
And she
In
says,
order to defeat the
"Kirill."
Kirill.
It's Kiril.
Thank you. I'm not gonna remember that. K-I.
Kiril is an alpha.
K-I what?
RIL. So you guys hear voices coming from over here now. What do you guys do?
I keep looking down the same hallway.
Okay.
Just-
Because I trust
yeah.
that these guys have the shit under control.
Okay.
You should, because we're the fucking knights.
So you still hear the pacing, kind of just back and forth down this way.
Thieves killed.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's
We
been
we got a plan going.
like a year.
Okay.
We got a plan going.
Okay. So she,
I said that about the children.
the children, she says, "I wish we could.
However,
I wish we could release the children, but if Kirill found out that we did that, he would kill us all."
She can have it out and just be like, turn your lights
real
on.
fair.
Yeah.
I,
You're just saying him though.
I,
Fucking move the fucking
well,
road
of
work
course.
at the end of
how
the
long
road.
until he's back? How much time do we have?
Where is he?
He went out hunting. He's gone outside the mist to bring more children back
Oh, fuck.
and to participate in his cruel fights. I do not approve of it.
Okay.
How did you find yourself here?
I was taken as a child. I was one of the kids. I've been here for 15 years. I wish I could cure myself. I do not wish to be what I am. But I fear that if I try to seek out a cure, Kira will hunt us down and kill us.
Do we know her name? Meet her?
Zuleka.
already? No, I
Yeah.
know that. I know you know that. But do we know? That?
No.
What's your name?
My name is Zuleka.
Zuleka, we are your allies, and there are 2 more of us here. You can't see them now, but we're here.
Yes.
And our goal is to take these children out. And do we get any extra points if the music fits like the situation?
Yeah. You get inspiration.
Cool. And our goal is to kill Kirill. But we need to get the children out first. We are not asking you to help us, except to get rid of the children and to free them.
Did you come
She's
with
gonna
us?
make one more wisdom saving throw
All right.
against your charm.
Great.
If she succeeds, then you've
I'll
convinced
put
her.
an arrow. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. That's what I meant.
She rolls a 4, so she's still charmed by you, and she says, "Very well. I will help you release the children, but on your word that you'll help me kill him. Kill Kirill."
Zuleka, you have our word. You have
Okay.
my word.
Okay.
Come with
I'm gonna
us.
Where? I have nowhere to go.
Neither do we.
Nor do these children, and they need someone to take care of them.
I'm a monster. I'm in no
Sorry, what does
condition.
she look like?
She's a human,
Okay.
but she's also a werewolf. She's part of the pack.
She's a were-human.
You got me, bro. I didn't
She's
know
in
that.
human
Sorry.
form. She's in human form. She says, I'm not fit to overwatch children or watch over children.
Bitch, neither are we. So, I don't know.
This
Have
curse
you seen this guy? Rat? He's got a
Just saying.
rat living in
My best friend's rat. Alright, so.
She says, this curse takes over me. And I have no control over myself and I kill people.
Zuleka, we'll worry about that when that happens. Right now, we need to get the children out. If you can agree with me on that, we will do what we can to help the rest of you and take Kirill down.
And she says, and will you help me find the cure?
We will do our best.
I want to be normal so bad.
Okay, so it's a yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. We're gonna move on though, okay?
Okay.
Easy life.
Okay. Very well. And so she steps up from fully steps away from the shrine, and she starts moving these heavy blocks kind of off the top of the children. And the children are kind of whimpering underneath these cages, and with a big heavy boom, the rocks fall off the cages.
Do we hear big heavy booms?
Yeah.
Wait, but what about my little...
What's up? What are we gonna do?
My passive out of trace with that...
Because she's technically friendly right now.
It doesn't work on things that aren't you though.
God damn
It's
it.
the rock that's
God
hitting.
damn it, you loud bitch.
And she says, if
We should have come up with a signal. That's the one thing we fucked up.
Amelia, you could send out.
Well, right now we're just chilling in the.
We're just watching the hallway.
We're just waiting. We're gonna be like the blocking force here.
But we don't have a signal to say like, let's get the fuck out of here, get the kids.
I think
West.
the signal is come
Yeah.
out of the fucking
All
room
right.
and go.
Start
Okay,
sending kids out.
alright.
We'll funnel them out.
So she's...
Okay, so I want to come up to the children. Oh, I'm down here. No, I'm not gonna lie. I've been talking to her from up here because fuck
Dude,
that.
what are the kids gonna do when they see Arthur?
So we're gonna
Jesus
say.
Christ.
Oh, I forgot about Arthur. I need to say,
children.
I need to say. I want to whisper to the children. There are 3 more of us out here. We need to be quiet. And we will take you out of here. Stop that shit.
You here to save?
Shut up.
Are you here to save us?
Shut down. So.
Fuck out of here!
Yeah, with that.
That was hard. 'cause I-
They just as
You
soon as
need to be quiet. You're one of us now, and we'll take care of you.
as soon as you start talking to them, they just as soon as the cages are off from over them, they just
Get in line real
lunge
quick?
towards you and just grab onto you. And they say, "Please take us away. Get us out of
Gosh.
here."
You're annoying. Anyway, so we take these really noisy rocks off of them. I want to help
You can.
them off
Okay.
if I can.
Yeah. So you hear things kind of falling from over here. It doesn't seem to be alerting or alarming the
Over there.
Oh yeah.
the two people over here. And so you're able to easily lift these cages off of the children, and you have
How long are we doing?
So
8
how many children are there?
8 children. These two had 2 each, and these
I
ones
don't
had
care.
2 each.
Okay. Sorry, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
We gotta go. We got shit to do because we're making noise and shit's going. So are the kids like going up the stairs? I've warned them, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, be fucking quiet. You're one of us. We'll take care of you, but shut the fuck up.
Mhm.
We're good. We good. Kids are coming. Kids are leaving the room. Lauren, Soren.
You guys hear like things like slamming into the ground. You hear kind of muffled steps, and then you see who's leading. Are you leading or are the children leading?
The children are fucking leaving.
You see,
I assume they have like.
Lauren.
baggage,
You
know?
see kids coming like down this hallway.
Where ravens are still upstairs, yeah?
Yeah.
Ready for kids?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to step out into the hallway and go, shh, and then kind of point up the stairs and kind of guide.
Okay.
Arthur, someone? I can't tell you that. I don't know.
Arthur knows the plan.
Okay.
Yeah, and so when he sees the kids, he says, "Kids, come this way. I'll take you to safety." And they've seen some stuff.
Everyone be very quiet!
They're like, oh, this is cool.
This is my whisper voice. We must go. And so he kind of like runs them up this these stairs. And as the children kind of go up these stairs and they emerge from outside this door, they look at this fighting pit. No, they look at the fighting pit, and almost like PTSD, they start crying a little.
Okay, well, we're gonna move on.
We're moving on, I guess.
We wouldn't know that.
No, but Arthur sees that.
He can tell us all about
He'll
it.
tell,
Great.
he'll tell you all about how these kids were crying. And then there's that rope hanging down, and
Damn, Monica.
So we're following kids out.
Those
successfully.
kids
Yeah,
have
yeah.
legit fucking trauma.
Trauma.
Like, holy
Trauma,
shit.
legit.
Get over it. Get over it.
We gotta
kid.
go, bitch. We gotta go.
so yes, the eight
I turn back around.
the 8 children, the eight children are able to kind of sneak their way up the stairs with Arthur's guidance, and they kind of climb up the rope to get to where the ravens are. Now you 3 are down here still.
Yes.
You 2 over here. Arthur's now upstairs, but he will join you guys back down here.
I don't really want to bring her. She's
I
about to turn-
do.
She's about to turn into a werewolf, and then I'll have to kill her too.
Yeah, she's
Which
gonna
I
go.
will.
We'll kill her if we need to. We're communicating telepathically, by the way. This is
This is
We'll
a thing
kill
we do, DM. By the way,
Well,
get on
if-
board.
I think we were on the same page to begin with. If she turns into a werewolf, we're gonna fucking kill her.
Headshot, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we're good.
All right.
Okay.
So then she says,
That would, if I was
We're
a
here,
DM,
like,
I'd
we
be
just-
like,
But there was silence
Yeah.
because that happened telepathically. So.
"Got it."
Cool.
we have telepathy now.
You nodded at each other.
Yeah. That.
Should I just get rid of
Wink,
this
wink,
message cantrip?
You wink.
Right?
Hello?
Message.
Hello.
Okay.
That's why you mute us. Quiet.
So so now Zuleika says, there are Kirill and 2 of his best hunters left on a hunt. They should be back in about 2 hours. We have some time. We might be able to get a surprise attack on them. I don't know how I feel about this, though. This is
You're either in or out.
How many are in here?
how
look
many
at
werewolves?
her.
She says, well, there's a total of 6 of us, plus the 9 wolves.
How many? We heard some of Kirill's men down the corridor. How many are there?
No, those are 2. There's 2 guards, and they have names.
Okay. So
Yeah,
what? They have names.
I think so, but we'll just say it's Skenis and Emil.
Okay. I look at Okay. Sorry. We'll need your help. Do you have anything to arm yourself with?
She pulls like a sword off of her hilt. She goes, I have this, but I'm much more useful in my werewolf form.
Time to get the music. That's really good. Okay. What happens once you turn into a werewolf?
I can control it. It's only on nights of a full moon that I lose control.
Is tonight a full moon?
No.
I look over at the treasure pile. Is there anything good there?
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of stuff
What is
there. There's a bunch of stuff. There's about 300 gold pieces. There's 30 gemstones, like lesser gemstones, and there's about 10 like very large gemstones. There are 12 pieces of gold jewelry scattered in front. There is an ivory drinking horn engraved with dancing dryads and satyr pipe players, like just sitting in front. And there's also an ornate electrum censer with platinum filigree.
I like that you had to read that.
I don't know what that means. I don't know.
Filigree, like on it. Sorry, what was it?
It's an ornate electrum censer with platinum filigree.
Did you say censor?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Not like a
Spell?
CENSER.
Oh, like censure.
Censure?
To suppress something, right?
It might be like the thing, like where they swing it around and it has like smoke and
Oh,
Oh yeah.
like,
I'll
like
find
little
out.
prestige
Yeah, when
shit.
they do the fucking, they lead with
Yeah.
the swinging
Yeah,
knee or
well,
yes, you are
Yeah.
correct. That's what it is.
There you
In
go.
any case, all together, you estimate the pile of gold to be worth about about 1,500 gold.
Yeah. So, I want to tell her and Milo, but Milo's gone, to go let them know that there's 2 over there that they could probably kill right now.
What happened?
I would like them to relay the message, and then I want to fucking rob this shrine.
She gonna let you do that?
That's what I'm saying. Get out of here. Go let them know. I'll catch up with you later. I gotta say a prayer to the mother god. The mother? What?
The night mother.
The night mother, yeah. The mother night.
She says that the 2 guards, Skenis and Emil, are in league with the alpha male, and they will side with him if given the chance. So you should probably kill them now.
Not all of them.
Mhm. Are there werewolves within their pack that aren't with Churl?
Yes, there's 2 of his strongest.
Not these 2 guys?
Not these 2 guys. No, they just stayed back just to sound the alarms if they need to.
I mean, do you guys agree? Should we kill those guys?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna kill everybody in this place. And then we're
Who's
gonna
the
wait for
top?
those
Who
other
needs some-
motherfuckers to show up and we're gonna ambush them and kill them
Who
too.
needs hedge? Who needs wolf hedge? Like Mo.
Yeah, you need pelts.
We should probably regroup if we get a chance. Question the kids before getting them the fuck out of there, and then maybe just kind of get a plan going and give them a little bit of a head start before shit pops off, so the shit isn't popping off when the kids are only fucking, half a mile away.
Uh-huh.
So you want to
But
just
if time is of the essence, I don't know how long this chick is gonna be charmed.
This is like an
I
hour.
think it's. Let me see.
I feel like it's like
do
an hour.
Day.
you have the curses right there?
Like a day, right?
Away is it a day?
2 days?
10 minutes maybe? An hour?
10 minutes.
Alright. You're gonna like this plan, Monica. Are you
Okay.
ready?
24 hours.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yes.
24
I
hours.
thought it was like an hour.
Unless you had well
Unless you
normally,
attack her,
but evil eye, the
which
Vistani
we're
curse,
not.
evil eye works for 24 hours. It's it's not quite charm person.
Oh.
Nice.
Charm person lasts for 1 hour.
So you're gonna escort Crazy Later up there. You're gonna let him know that there's 2 people. That's their strongest people. His 2
Cool.
buddies.
Yeah. No, they stayed behind. The 2 strongest left with Kirill
Oh, damn.
on the
so
hunt.
these guys support.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, I confused them. So they're good?
What's happening?
No, they're bad.
Oh.
Yeah.
We'll just kill them all anyway.
Yeah.
Everybody except for Zuleka.
We don't care
Oh.
who's friends with you, we're killing them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I wanted to ask if there was anybody in this troop like Zuleka who doesn't side with
She's the only one,
Carol. Okay. All right.
and she's
I
she's totally fine with killing everyone else.
All right. Murder. You guys are gonna murder.
Okay.
And I'm gonna rob this shrine, which has like 1,500 gold worth of shit.
Cool.
So I'm gonna rob it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you have to charm her to go away so I can rob it. So
Got it. Let's go.
Yeah, I'll give you a list of all the stuff that you get, but it's about 1,500 gold worth of stuff. And then so then you guys are all kind of heading this way. All right.
Oh, if that's
Yeah.
cool with
Yep.
Mo.
So you're staying back. Zuleka and Mozark are going this way.
Before I rob the shrine, I
Mhm.
take out my coin of good fortune, I
Mhm.
kiss it, I put it back, and then start this shit. take all
Do
the
it.
gold, all the gems. Can I carry the
Yeah.
sensor?
Yeah.
Okay.
You could take it, and you can stash a lot of it in the bag of holding. You know, so
Okay. I take it all, and then I join them. But that might take some time. I don't know when you want me to join them.
okay. Yes. No, you can. You still have pass without trace on you, so you can. You
long
know,
does that
try
last?
to be stealthy when you're doing that.
How do I buy it?
That lasts for an hour.
Yes.
Okay, so you go back up. Let me see here.
So who comes up first?
I want you to make a religion check, please.
Me?
Yeah.
6.
6 plus 1. So you rolled a 7? Yeah, you think it's totally fine to steal from a shrine.
Man, imagine rolling a 20. That is it.
We'll wait for
Actually.
Goddess
Sorry.
Tamora, protect me.
a shrine of Mother Night. But yeah.
Night
What
Mother?
could
I made
possibly go wrong?
I made a huge mistake.
What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing can go wrong. It's all good. We got 1,500 gold worth of shit, dude. It's all good.
They
These
no.
motherfuckers worship werewolves.
and then enslave children
Mm-hmm.
and then make them fight
How good
in
can they
battle
be?
royale style shit.
Mhm.
Okay, you're all right. We can give it to the village if you want to give like a couple of things to them.
I feel fucked up now because I feel like when I was robbing them, I was up for whatever reason that this religion is bad.
Yeah.
But maybe
You want me to do
Uh,
it? I'll fucking
incorrect.
do it.
It's
I think it's I still made my choice and I'll live with it
Yeah.
whatever you tell me.
okay.
I'll do it because that's literally in my
So-
nature to steal shit.
You know that this religion is bad. Like, it's like you have the Morning Lord, who they basically worship the sun.
Yeah.
Then you have Mother Night, and followers of her worship the night, right? So there's this kind of duality where it's like you have the
Well,
good
except for
and the
that's
bad. Well, it's not inherently bad, but people who like creatures of the night, people who kind of
We're living their life.
who are living their life, yes. So it's kind of like how like Satanism isn't really bad in and of itself. However, there is dark energy associated with this particular religion.
Okay. Do you want me to help you or?
I don't know. I made my
Okay.
choice. I live with my choice.
So what's going on?
She's still.
I just robbed a shrine and I rolled a 7. So
She's cool with it.
Yeah.
it's fine. It's totally fine that I'm robbing a shrine.
You guys want any wine?
I'm good for now. I might
Do we-
go make a beverage run during the intermission, but for now I'm good.
Okay. Yeah. So then you guys are gearing up to kind of head further down this way, right? So
Are you leaving us then to go help the kids?
Yeah, that is what I said I would do. So at this point, I am leaving with my bag of 1,500
I
gold.
don't love it, but alright.
okay.
And before I leave, I cast on. Oh wait, I think it's a concentration spell too. Resistance.
I can tell you right now. Resistance
it's-
is yes, it is a concentration spell. So you'd have to give up
Pass that.
pass without a trace.
You get some other thingy too, though.
Bless.
As your,
What else do I get to?
what's your? You have a thing where you can give somebody like an individual advantage. It's like a passive feature of being a trickery domain cleric.
Oh,
It's like-
blessing of the trickster. Yeah, you choose. You touch a willing creature and you give them advantage on dexterity checks. So you can give one person advantage on dexterity checks.
Who does you do dexterity with fighting, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I cast.
Yeah, I apologize. Stealth, specifically stealth checks, not all dexterity checks, but just stealth checks.
Well, I guess I'm taking my stealth with me. So who's the least stealthy?
Probably him.
That's a good question. I can tell you
No,
right
I'm
now.
actually pretty stealthy. I got a
Really?
+6. I just happened to roll a freaking
You are.
natural 1.
Well, maybe you want to give it to the most stealthy, so it's even more. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Soren is the most stealthy.
Oh hey. Got it.
I
Yeah,
look
give
at
it to
He's
him.
the
Soren.
most stealthy? More stealthy than the rogue?
I'm a dex
You're
fighter.
the same. Actually, you're the same. You both have +7.
I'm a
And
dex.
I have
dex-based
I have
fighter.
+6. I mean, we're all pretty damn stealthy.
Except for me.
Yeah.
Maybe give it to what's his face? Unless
Oh.
he's coming with you.
The
Arthur?
Oh.
He's not very stealthy.
I mean,
Okay, so I did. I cast it on Blessing
Arthur?
of the Trickster
Okay.
on Arthur. But you always, that's not Okay. Yeah.
What's up?
But
What's up?
If he died.
He doesn't
Doesn't
die.
really matter.
Yeah.
doesn't matter. Which one of us?
Okay.
Okay.
Who's the least stealthy?
We're all the same.
You are, but Morin technically.
Okay. So I look at Warren and I cast
Yes.
Blessing of the Trickster.
I'll take it.
I kiss the coin and then I look down at him and tell him to kiss
I give you a really, really incredulous look. I am a knight of the Order of the Dragon.
I put it up against his lips and I kind of like skirt off. Bless, bitch. Shut up.
Bless, bitch.
Alright. So,
All right.
And I'll let them do whatever they're gonna do and then maybe.
So who's leading? Who's the kind of going into?
Me.
He's
Now-
out
I
front.
have.
You hear the pacing going back and forth over here. Do you want to approach them, or do you want to try to
Why not?
draw them out?
We know their names, and we have.
Yeah.
We don't.
We have a double
She
agent.
don't. She didn't.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Know their names?
Zuleika? Yeah.
What?
Well, you know their names.
Oh,
It's
there- yeah.
Stemis and
Why
Emma.
don't we position here, and
Skenis.
here,
Skenis and Emma.
have shit call them to them in that direction,
Okay.
and we cleave them in the side of the fucking heads.
We got Zoo and we
when they
got
walk through the choke point,
Kirill.
Yep. Okay.
and that separates them so they can't raise any alarm too. Pull them into this area where they're fucking trapped, and then we can kill them from behind.
And they can kill us in the doorway.
We can do that too. That could happen.
All right. So yeah, do you like that plan?
You want to do that?
Sure, whatever. I'm not the
So
plan
she's
maker here.
gone.
That's not my forte.
Hope is gone. Where did Hope go?
Yeah.
Where did Hope?
Weird werewolf chick is here.
Yeah. Where did Hope go?
She
Hope
left
with the
with the
children,
fucking
with the
kids.
gold and the children,
I see.
with
I
the
see.
were ravens.
I didn't catch that. Okay.
She's out
Got
this
it.
shit.
Got it. Okay.
She's taking them to the orphanage
Okay.
with
In
a
the west.
fuckload of gold.
Okay.
West side.
And then
The good thing would be to leave the gold with the kids and be like, take care of these children. But we'll see what happens.
I thought personally that the Ravens could possibly guide them and we could have all of us together, but
That could work too. But then I mean,
the Ravens would agree to that.
we had already discussed.
Like-
I was the only,
upstairs.
that's a good plan. And that was what I thought of initially. But my only concern is that, like, we just met these guys and we don't necessarily know their intentions. And then it also,
But I mean, they're not
ensures-
gonna. Are they really gonna be that worse off than being in the fucking cage?
Yeah.
Even if they died, really, are they that worse off?
I don't know. We could even send Arthur.
I mean,
You could send
that's
Arthur.
exactly what I was thinking. So
Yeah.
We could do
Send
that.
Arthur for good
we
measure.
have to ask Hope though.
Okay. So we'll wait for her to come back.
I want to talk to Hope.
And we should,
Armor if I have to.
we should probably send the gold with them, whether we keep it or give it to the kids. That
Yeah,
way we're
that's
not walking
right.
around with a big chain.
They have
totally-
well, the bag of holding will fit the loot.
Oh yeah. Well, fuck it. Then keep it with
Technically,
us
we
then.
don't even know about the gold.
Oh yeah. Huh?
That's a good point.
That's a good point. I forgot about the bag of holding.
Yeah, unless we heard her jingling around while she was walking up.
She had Pass Without Trace on, and she was being pretty stealthy, so I gave it to her. But yeah, and once it's inside the bag of holding, like, it doesn't really make any noise putting something into it. You know, even if there's other stuff in the bag, like, it doesn't really.
Like an extra dimensional space.
Yeah.
It's like that bag, right, from Harry Potter.
Or Mary Poppins.
Oh yeah.
My
Yeah.
two favorites.
Yeah. Pretty sure. I think D&D did it first.
Before Mary Poppins?
No. Hell no.
Thank you. I was
Hell
like,
no.
Mary Poppins is like the
Hell
second,
no. That's
right?
OG. So D&D stole it from Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins OG.
She really
Maybe Mary
does
Poppins
have-
is a wizard.
When was it from? The
She's a
60s?
badass, dude.
I've always thought she was an angel. In the
That's-
second one, she talks about how, like, I'll be here until the door opens. I'm like, the door to what? And
Hell.
she, like, flies out of the sky and shit. And I'm just like, yeah, maybe she's a benevolent demon.
She'll show up in like full like plate armor with like wings. Like, ah. All right. So here's the plan. Fill her in.
Hope. Send the children with Arthur. Stay with us. We need you. Put your shit in my bag of holding. Let's fucking fight.
Here's the shit. Do you trust someone? Do you trust Arthur with his house?
Yes. Do we?
He knelt.
Scared
He
the kid.
knelt and like pledged himself to like Morin. Like,
Because
Then again,
realistically,
Hope might scare the kids too.
She's a demon.
Tiefling.
that's a good point.
Looking
That's a good
Racist.
point.
I'm
because
just saying.
If these kids are getting the fuck out of here, though, I'm pretty sure they'll be cool with whatever. Because, like she was saying, they've probably seen some shit as it is.
thank you.
They
And
probably-
like we kind of realized that we maybe need each other down here fighting werewolves together.
And horses are limited, and he can move at horse speed by himself without a horse.
Okay.
And oh, we're gonna send a raven. So we're gonna have Arthur tell a raven to guide them to the west clearing, and we'll stay down here. Hopefully, kill some werewolves, etc.
Sounds good.
Okay, we're on to.
All right. So then Hope's coming back down. Arthur's going up.
We'll tell Arthur to take the kids with the raven, take them to the clearing. If we're not there within a day's time, then to just continue on to the orphanage.
There's,
Because we'll probably be
Orphanage?
fucking dead.
What the orphanage?
there's an orphanage in Vallaki.
Who is that?
No, but it's operated by Father Lucian, the guy at the church, who you also have a appointment with, or a job, yeah. So you might be seeing these kids again.
Good.
Assuming they can get back to Vallaki safely. But
I mean, we just gotta get them out of here. If they die in the process, I'm sorry, but they were gonna die anyway. And if not, then they survived and we saved them, so fuck it, yay. Right?
All right,
Right?
so
we ready to kill werewolves?
Arthur's on board with this plan. He goes up to the top, shimmies himself to the top, and then is he taking the horses with the kids on them and you guys are walking? Okay.
Yes.
And then Hope, you are
We're
here.
gonna kill the
If the
werewolf.
plan works out, we ain't got shit to do.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're killing all these motherfuckers,
So yeah, we're kind of good at that
yeah,
point.
we could just move in if we need to. After everyone's dead.
New home.
And then who's hanging out over here? Who's hanging out over here?
We're all. I'm on.
We're
I'm
staged where
fucking
we're
right
at.
here.
Two and two.
Yeah.
Okay. You're staying where you're at?
Yeah.
Well, just do two on that side.
Do
two
we
on this
want to take out these guards?
Yes.
Well, we gotta move
Yeah,
further
fucking
in.
kill 'em.
Should.
Yeah. So.
I thought we were baiting them.
That's what I thought the plan was.
Okay. Oh.
I've always
explain.
used chick who they know was a
Zoo.
Zoolander.
Zuleka.
Yeah. She calls them in, and we ambush them from behind. That does two things. One, they're flat-footed, and two, they can't raise any
So,
arms.
how about our plan is we hide here.
Yeah.
I'll move this back if we need to. And here. And when they come this way, we headshot them and fucking move on with our lives. Who's got the ability to do that? I do. You do.
You still have Pass Without Trace on, right? Okay.
Well, we're not passing fucking anywhere. We're just.
But
fucking-
you'll need to make a stealth check to stay hidden when they walk
Yeah,
by.
because they're gonna walk past us.
Even if they see us, I mean, we're ready and they're not.
Right, but in order, they have quick reflexes, and so in order to get the pounce
In
on
the
them,
dark?
yes.
Okay.
In order to get the pounce on them, werewolves can. Did I say werewolves can see in the dark?
Yeah.
Yes.
We know that they're werewolves.
Yeah.
How?
Zuleka said.
Oh.
She told you. They're part of the pack. They align with Kirill. They're in allegiance with him.
So who has silver?
We all got silver.
You all have silver.
I have a short
strapped up.
sword.
You have a
That's
short sword. You have a silver dagger, but you have a magical
I
sword.
also have a fucking lightsaber.
That's true.
You have a silver dagger?
Yeah, I'll give it
Do
to
you do two-handed fighting?
Yeah, I'll give my.
Yeah, everybody can, but
It's a part of my build, though. That's my only concern.
Right.
You're a bow user. Do you have
Yeah.
silver bows? Silver
No.
arrows?
I
Mm-mm.
don't.
So she's got to use the silver
Oh.
weapons.
Yep.
And you're best served using two-handed weapons?
one-handed. You could make a second attack with your offhand, but you would do a little less damage.
Yeah, give it to me because I'm supposed to use two-handed. That's
Give it
my
to him.
That's my shit.
I'm a bow user because I'm stealthier. This is
Yeah.
up close is not my
Yeah.
thing, but this is what
But
the
we
store
can still use
had. Or no,
you to-
I got this from the Bastani, didn't I?
You got that from Rictavio's wagon.
Got it. Which is the same thing.
No, Rictavio's
When
not
was
Vistani. Rictavio was in
Were we
Vallaki.
in the village?
When you first got to the village, yeah. When you first got to the village, remember you had the sleeping tiger, and you found the book. Yeah. So you found vampire hunting supplies as well as silvered weapons inside his wagon.
Dagger's a D4.
All we
yeah.
took was the daggers.
Yeah, you took
It's okay,
you
I'm
took
picking up your dice.
a short sword for you, a dagger for him, a crossbow with bolts for her,
Short
and
sword's D6.
also
D6 and then it's plus D.
you took some vials of a clear liquid,
What's that?
which you guys have not identified yet,
Full damage.
and then
And then do you have a black D4?
that's it. That's it.
Okay.
So,
So
dagger,
unidentified liquid, that's
short sword.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wait. Yeah.
So yes. So between all of you, you have a short sword, a dagger, a crossbow with silvered bolts.
One crossbow. Fuck.
Yes.
Motherfucker.
And
They
then
have any shit? Like they're living amongst Like
They have-
They cleared all their silver, right? Like they're good because they're well rolled.
Yeah, they don't have any silver weapons, and the weapons they do have are crude, like spears and like swords.
Even if they were useful, they wouldn't be useful.
Now, if you guys didn't think of this, magic harms them.
Yeah.
So whoever's gonna be casting spells might not need a silvered weapon.
Or a lightsaber.
But you also you have.
And I can't see in the dark. And you can.
I know. Here's the other thing. If I'm gonna use a reaction to attack them, I can't use my bonus action to light it up.
Right.
So I can still attack. Does it still do the
Well,
extra
attack with
damage
your-
if it's not lit up?
Attack him with a spell.
Or it's plus like an.
No, because there's no blade if it's not lit up.
Oh shit! So it's just a hilt.
It's just a hilt.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to light it up before we fight.
If you want to use it.
Fucking A. All right.
I'm just thinking, the sword's super cool. And nobody's saying you're not a badass. However, you didn't use a lightsaber to blow up an entire fucking building full of spiders. You used
True.
fireballs. You
True.
didn't use a sword to blow up fucking fully grown trees. You did use fireballs.
That's true, man. You raise a good point.
But then again, we also have to worry about friendly fire. Now the Zoolander chick's in there, and we're gonna shoot fireball into her. She might get fucked up too.
Yeah.
This is Burger Master all over again.
I know, and that shit crazy Mary.
All right. Well, I'm ready to kill things. I say we use her as bait, draw him in, cut him off, kill him.
Mhm.
Wait, see if anything pops off at that point. Maybe we could even keep doing the one same trick, you know, just have him pull him into that room and just kill him from
Eventually.
behind.
Okay, so what's our plan if we miss, aka roll horribly?
Then we fight them. It's
Do
fine.
we just sit to
I'd
stand
like
and
to
fight
ready
like it
an
would have
action.
been?
I'd like to ready my bow.
Okay.
As soon as I have a clear shot.
Okay. You do that. So you're readying your bow. You are just readying an action to attack them when they walk by, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what are you guys doing? You're doing the same thing, right?
I'm gonna ready an acid splash.
The fuck is that? That's cool.
It says you hurl a bubble of acid. Choose one creature within range or two creatures within range that are within 5 feet of each other.
Hopefully.
Target must succeed on a dex saving throw or take 1d6 acid damage. Spell increases to 2d6 at level 5. So
Okay.
Also,
Which is you, right?
I don't know if I get the elemental affinity yet. I don't know what level that is. Can I see the book, Ariel? I don't remember.
So also, it is pitch black down here. So
Yeah.
anybody who doesn't have dark vision,
Question though.
yes.
I mean,
Oh,
how much
yeah.
light is coming
We're
from
gonna have to
here
use
if
that
these
fucking
doors are
lightsaber
open?
then.
None.
Yeah.
It's
So
it's
we're
not
not gonna
drawn
really
to
be able to
scale,
draw
but this
them.
is a little bit longer. So the light from over here, there's like torches on the sides of the shrine. It doesn't give you any light in this
These
hallway.
werewolves, men are just walking around in the dark.
Yes.
Cool. All right.
We're gonna need his
Exactly.
fucking lightsaber. I just realized we're gonna need his lightsaber because we can't see shit.
Or light a fucking torch, in which
Which-
case they're gonna fucking see the light
Hopefully
from the
that
torch.
goes towards our benefit.
Well,
I'm
maybe we
fucking
let him pass
tired.
us.
I know
Hopefully
this
we just
shit.
let him pass us.
I'm dreading
Mhm.
this.
I vote light a
Stressed
fire
out.
in this room that they're drawn to.
What? Yes.
I vote light a fire in this room
In here?
that they're drawn to.
6
So
levels
we
Do we
of
want
see
her to
the
like
light.
If you-
scream for help
You
or
can
anything?
you can
So that- what if we do
Guys,
that?
I really think we're overthinking this.
No,
I
I
say
really
let's just
don't.
let fucking roll
Don't
with this.
listen.
and
Don't worry
fight
about
these
it. Go
motherfuckers.
away. So, what if? Yeah. What if you do that? Who can start a fire?
Prestidigitation,
Just
right?
do that right here, so that way they run and they're less likely to notice us, and we get them as they're coming by. Because if they're just like walking by, then I feel like, fuck is
Okay. I light a torch. Throw it on
that?
the
It's
ground.
done.
Throw it on the ground where?
Inside
In front of what's her face.
So you're over here then?
No,
So-
I'm not over there. I just threw a torch there.
yeah.
Okay.
I said I'd throw a torch down the hall,
Okay.
so it lands right there.
Right here. Okay,
Yeah.
so now you can see the light shining down this way.
Right, so they'll be illuminated.
Yes, and then Zuleka is down. You wanted her to go down here, or you want her to stay up here?
Stay there.
Sit there. Who fucking cares?
Just call for him.
Okay.
So we tell her to ask her to call to them and tell them to come help her with something.
Okay. You hear her say, Skemis, or Skenis, Emil, I need your help with something. Something with the children. Come quick. And you hear them start to kind of make some noise and gather together. And you see two werewolves. Get my panties out.
You say pennies?
That sounds like pennies.
Pennies.
I get my
Oh,
panties out.
I'd rather it be panties because pennies suck.
Uh,
Pennies are fighting
Here, do you
shit.
want to use the little dudes?
I don't have any
Little black
markers.
circles?
Yeah.
These little black circles are little dudes.
There we go. There we go.
Hold on.
So you see the two werewolves come like running this way. They're actually in human form right now, draped with like just basic cloth, like kind of rags, and they walk this way. When they get here, I'd like you all to make a stealth check.
11.
And I have advantage.
You still have
10.
you still have pass without trace, right? So plus
So
10.
I have
So do we, though.
So I have
Yeah,
advantage
everyone
plus
does.
10?
Advantage plus 10, yes.
7.
19. Okay, so I got a 19 plus 16.
Yes.
So I got like a 35.
Yes. You got a
So I'm like
20.
fucking invisible.
You got 28. You got a 11 plus, yeah, you got, plus 2 is a 23. And you got 7 plus 10 plus your 7 is 24. So you all pass. You all pass your stealth checks. And so you see them walking by, and they're like, "What is it, Zuleka? What do you need?" And they're right here.
Yes.
What do you want to do?
Splash them.
You're ready in
I
your
ready
action.
in action as soon as I had a
Same
clear
thing.
shot on one. Like, so I
Okay.
like making sure that I'm going
I have
for
a
the
question.
head.
Yeah.
Because this is honestly going to affect what thing I do. So, okay. A werewolf, if they're in human form, do they need to be killed by silver?
It works the same way, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then it would have to be my short sword.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So let me just get what you guys are all doing. So you're shooting your bow. You're using your sword. You're using your swords. Did you get the dagger in your offhand as well?
Dagger in the offhand.
The dragon blade in
and the
one, right?
and the
Okay.
rest right, yeah.
And then Morin,
Acid splash.
acid splash. Okay. And are you all targeting the same one, or are you spreading
we
the
can't
damage?
see. Only them two
Yeah,
can see.
I don't.
Yeah,
Plus
you,
it doesn't torch
you can
at
see
all.
they lit a
Oh,
torch.
yeah.
Well, I guess the one that's closest to me.
I'm
Okay.
gonna let him. Well, do we roll initiative or do his?
No, you got a surprise
yeah,
round.
Yeah. Is the
I'm
acid
fucking
gonna
anxious
fuck? Is
as
the
fuck.
acid gonna
Let's do
fuck us
some
up?
shit.
No.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna go for whoever gets fucked up by the acid more.
Whoever falls, that's my goal.
Okay.
Because I mean, what the fuck else am I gonna do?
I'm just asking, was
Toss
your
someone in the side
was your
and they get
plan
fucked
to?
up?
Because you get 4 surprise attacks. Do you want to all attack one, or do you want to split that?
Oh, let's please split.
Yeah,
I
solve
wanna
one
get
problem
them
at a
on-
time.
Yeah.
Kill one dude and then kill the next dude.
So,
So-
I'm on this one.
Yeah.
You're on this one. You two on
All right.
that one.
Sounds
So-
good.
Okay.
I'm attacking
Good.
the one in back, right?
Front.
I'm hitting both at the same time.
Me and you on front. You two on the back one. Let's do this.
Okay. So you two on the front. So I'll
Yes.
do yours first. So go ahead and roll for your crossbow. You're gonna do an attack roll, plus. What is your bonus?
The dexterity, probably.
Yeah, dexterity plus 6. So you rolled a 14. I'm gonna have to. Sorry, I need to get this battle set up real quick.
It's okay.
Fuck.
See this?
What's up?
More alcohol, please.
You got it.
I just realized I've known you guys for so long. You've said that many times. As long as I've known him, I've known all of you. Drink it anyway. If it's in there, drink it.
I'm sorry, guys.
The music aligns. Just saying. I will always point that out if we can get an extra point.
You know,
Can I try it?
Yeah. My students were doing a worksheet where they had to answer the question and it matched up with like a certain color, and they had to color it. And I said the coloring part's fucking is optional. You
Uh-huh.
don't have to do it. And they said, "Well, can we get extra credit if we do coloring?" And I was like, "Sure, you can get extra credit in art." What the fuck?
Okay.
Extra credit
See,
for
that's
color?
so funny though, because in after school, I'm like, you have to color it, and I make it a competition, like whoever can color the most and the best, because otherwise they're done with it, and I need them to do more, because after school and I'm not actually teaching anything, so I'm like, you have to color. So everything that we do, you have to color, and the most artistically gets put on my office wall,
That's pretty good.
and so yeah, that's what I have to do. I don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't do shit.
Okay. So you roll a 14. Go ahead and roll to attack with your short sword. So a d20 plus 7.
13.
All right. So you roll a 20 total. You both hit.
Yes.
And roll for damage. So it's a d6 plus
Plus 4.
5.
3. Your dex is 3.
5.
So that's plus 3 is 5. You get a plus 4 on that, so 9. So you do 14 damage to this thing.
Huzzah.
This front werewolf lets out this in human form, "Ah!" and you see him instantly erupt and just change form, and he takes on this werewolf shape. And he's like, he doesn't know where this came from. Now you two at the same time, go ahead and roll to see if you attack the back one.
Your shit.
So you're rolling twice, once with your attack with your main hand,
I got it.
and you actually roll 3 attacks. So both of those hit.
9 and 18.
So when you take an attack, you get an extra attack with your main hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, 'cause
that's
you're a
8.
warrior.
That's 8.
yep.
4 and 4. And then
Plus your dex mod, which is
Fighter, rather.
4. Yeah. So that's actually 12 from the first attack.
okay, and then 4 from the other one plus the modifier because I get to add my modifier to the offhand too. With 2 weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hold on. So you rolled 2 attacks with your main hand, right?
No, this is my offhand. This was my main hand, so I'm gonna roll this again to get another main hand attack. And
Exactly.
this was my offhand attack.
But with your offhand attack, you're rolling a d4.
It's a D4.
Oh, plus your mod, right. So 4 plus the 4, so 8. So you did 20 damage at first.
Okay.
First with your first 2 attacks. And then
Oh shit! 1.
that's going to miss. It's a critical failure, but at this point, it doesn't do anything bad. Nothing bad happens. You just miss wildly with your with your main hand. You're like, bam, bam. Oh, you missed the last one.
Well, it's dark.
Acid splash.
Yeah, so they have to roll a dex saving throw. I was trying to figure out if they have disadvantage or not. I don't really see anything that would say that. If we're surprising them, but I think it's just a normal
No, yeah,
saving throw.
saving throw. Okay, so no.
Dex saving throw.
So dex saving throw. Oh my god, they roll a 2 and a 5.
Yes.
Alright.
Don't be mad.
So
Ew.
we about to splash these boys.
All right.
For both it hits both of them for 8 damage.
Okay.
Taking a bath.
20, and they both take 8 damage.
Yeah, they both take 8 damage.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, I want to light my lightsaber.
Oh shit.
May
Okay.
the Lord be with you.
And the 2 of you did 20 damage, or you did.
Sure.
So
I did
that's-
5, she did 9.
Okay, 14. That's what it was.
Pretty sure it's
Yes.
43 damage. I don't know.
We killed them? What?
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
don't know. That's cool.
All right. And so the back one got pretty messed up by Soren, but then you hear the one in front, Schemus. He says, "Oh, it was a trap! Zuleka, how could you?" Everybody roll initiative.
4,
15,
motherfucker. Ugh.
17 plus something.
Okay, so you get a plus. It's like a dex check, right? It's a dexterity check.
Yes.
And you don't add your modifier to that, right? It's been so long since you rolled initiative.
You do add your mod.
You add your dex.
Not your proficiency, but
Not
you
your
add
proficiency. That's what I
modifier.
meant. Okay. Yes. So Morin, let's see here.
So I got a 20 total.
All right. So Morin got a 20 total. Mozart got a 4. Plus 4 is 8. Hope, what'd you get?
17.
17. That just the roll?
Yeah.
Okay, so you rolled a 19. And then Soren, what'd you roll?
I got a 20.
20?
Well, 16
Yes.
plus 4.
Okay,
20.
20. And then let me see here.
So pissed off. I'm so mad.
That's
Why?
actually not super bad.
Not horrible,
Like,
but it's still pretty shitty. That's okay.
Sorry guys, one more time. You rolled a 19.
yeah.
You rolled a 20 total.
She rolled an 18.
8.
The 50.
8. And you rolled a 20 total? Okay.
50 and a half. I don't
So we
even
both got
know.
20 total, so who goes first?
Whoever has the highest dex
Whoever has highest dex, yeah, and that would be you. So you would go first. Okay, so the one in front is going to lash out with a bite attack.
Cool.
Who is closest?
Me.
You. So he's going to attack you with his
I'm going to
fangs.
die. I don't know why my gut is
So
telling
you
me
got
I'm
more. You
dying
got more
this
than
session.
20.
He rolled a 21. Yeah.
Don't do it.
All
You
right.
haven't died once so far. Don't start now.
Not once. I know, right? It
And-
ends now. Save the children.
Let's see
Look
here.
at children, save me.
No, I was about to save the gold.
Save the gold.
He rolls a
Bury me with the
he rolls a
gold.
19, and he
Cool.
bites down into you, and you take not that one. This one. You take 5 damage from his bite, but I want you to make a Constitution saving throw.
You're gonna be a fucking werewolf. Oh.
Natural 20? There you go.
So
Dick!
so in
What
turn,
happened?
instead of
Nothing, bitch. That's what happened.
No, it's even better because it's a natural 20.
I
She
turned him back into a werewolf.
She infects him with humanism. He becomes a regular
cured.
motherfucker.
I just cured him? What?
Right? What?
All right.
So you feel this like
And I
venomous
laugh.
almost try to take over you, and you force it away, and you are able to not succumb to the curse, lycanthropy.
I laugh in its face.
It's going to make a second attack against you with its claws,
Cool. No problem.
and it rolls a 14, and your armor class is higher than that, so it misses, but it gets a bite out of you, but you're able to fight off the curse. It is now Soren's turn.
Y'all fuck some shit up, please. I'm stressing the fuck out of
Soren.
We're gonna do it. All right. So I'm here.
It's hot in here.
Finish attacking this dude. Since
Mhm.
this dude is
No,
attacking
it's not.
her, I'm like, oh
He has
shit, I should kill that dude.
let him do it.
So I'm gonna attack him for attacking her, and I got a natural 20 on my main hand and a 12 on my offhand. Plus, so that's 16
Okay,
on this one.
that hits. And
Plus,
natural
so
20.
2 plus 4, and then natural 20. So roll to confirm.
Roll
Oh
to con-
no, 12.
Roll to confirm what?
The critical. Do I have to
No.
roll to confirm the critical?
No.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're good. You rolled a natural 20. You got a critical hit against this guy.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so then this is your damage roll for the main hand,
Okay.
right? And then the offhand, right?
Yeah, so this is 5 plus 4, that's 9.
Mhm.
Plus 4, 5, 6. So,
Okay.
wait, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 total.
Okay, so
And then I
you,
get the extra attack, yeah?
you actually can choose to double that, or you can roll those again. When you roll a critical, you roll all dice twice.
I think he's talking about his second attack, but
Oh, yes, with your second attack.
So do I get to choose whether I double it? Can I roll one and not the other and double the
You
other?
roll all the dice,
Okay.
or you can just take the law of double, basically, or the rule of double. So if you want to roll, if you want to take,
I'll just... I got the worst roll on the 6 and the best roll on the 4, so I feel like I'll just keep it. That should just average out. I'll double
Okay.
that. So 10
yeah,
plus. Do I double? I don't double
No.
the modifier. though.
no. So
Okay.
10 plus 4, and then 2 plus 4 is 14 plus 6, 20. So you do 20 from the first 2 attacks.
And I get a 13
That hits as well.
My
plus
natural instinct is like,
And then you'll do
2,
I was
4,
like-
5, 6,
10
7,
damage, right?
yeah.
So
perfect, right?
that was 30 damage that you did, right? You said?
I don't know.
All right. So the front werewolf lets out a groan in pain and falls to the floor. And then you see this werewolf buff form shrink back into a human lying on the ground there, dead. This one.
One that attacked.
Huzzah! Yay.
All right. It's now Morin's. Oh, and then also you do hear, you see out of the back area here a wolf. A wolf kind of joins from back here. Do we have another marker?
yeah.
Nope.
Do you want
That's
like
all.
another little black circle?
Nope.
Yeah. And this is actually, one, two, yeah, you see the 1. Okay, Morin, your turn.
Okay, so I got my cool lightsaber.
Mhm.
I'm gonna wield it with 2 hands.
Okay.
It's basically a long sword, so versatile, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna swing on the one that's still alive.
Okay. And you lit up the sun sword?
Yeah, I lit it up with the bonus action on my previous turn.
Okay.
So it's lit up. It's bright.
Yeah.
you know, glowing 30 feet. Okay. swinging. And that's a 9, probably plus like a 1 or something like that.
Let's see.
Maybe plus 0 actually.
You're using your dex?
Oh
Oh no, yours.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
plus.
finesse, huh?
Yeah,
Oh.
it is. So plus 3.
That's still not a good roll.
You rolled a 12. You hit.
Oh yeah.
Just barely.
What's up with that?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so now you're gonna do a D10, and it is not undead, so it does not deal additional damage.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's a D10 plus your dex mod.
And plus 2 to attack and damage rolls.
Oh yeah, so you rolled a 14. There you go. You rolled a 14, and then you're gonna
I
do.
don't feel so bad about that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Always tips a little bite.
so I roll a D8.
Yep.
No, a D10
Yep.
plus
Plus
What's
5.
happening?
plus 5.
There's one,
Oh, it's
one
all
left and
9
double.
total.
Nice.
9
Nice.
total. Let's see here.
Okay. Oh, that's right.
Well, that wasn't so great.
Hey, babe, did Devin get his?
Um,
The one of these ones?
No, not yet.
I have one. There's this one here I could use. I use this one because it matches.
He gave us one last time, but I think you had left, so make sure
Oh,
you
shit.
get one.
Yeah.
so
Okay, cool.
this one in the back looks bloodied, but still standing. Hope, it's your turn.
I'm sorry. Can I know who's so?
This one's dead. You see a human man lying on the ground, and then this one is in werewolf form,
And how is he looking?
bloodied, like almost dead.
Okay. And then, has anyone attacked this one?
What about the wolf?
Let's attack that one.
The wolf might warn the others.
Okay, be quiet, guys. This is beeping, so I'm gonna edit out this entire
Oh
section.
my god.
Because it's
The
gonna be.
session?
So we can say whatever
No,
we
it
want.
just started right now. You can say whatever you want right now.
Woo!
Woo!
Penis.
We're gonna edit out this. But
What
keep.
is
Giant penis. Tiny penis.
There you go.
Have you watched Big Mouth?
No? What's that?
Oh my god, you need to watch it. It's a comedy.
Netflix?
And yeah, it's an animated comedy about puberty.
Oh fuck. Did you watch
No, I don't have Hulu.
Dude, get the 1-year subscription for. It's really worth it. It's
Is
hilarious.
it?
Dude, the show's fucking hilarious though. Hulu's worth it because I watch ER on it and that shit's gold.
See, I don't watch you.
You should. It's really good.
It's
It's not like but
I think we're good now.
You're pirating.
It sounds like music.
Not beeping.
I should pirate it.
Not beeping.
Alrighty, guys.
no, it's
Here we go.
no. Let me know if you do.
We're back.
The show's fucking hilarious
I
and
want
it's
to.
super accurate. It's,
Big Mouth, I think, is like the boy version of it, and it's
yeah,
animated.
I don't. No one needs any more boy versions of anything.
There are some girl episodes too. Okay, sorry.
The Parenting's all about the girl episodes, which is very rare. Sorry, DM. Go ahead.
It's okay,
We're talking too much.
player. I don't know.
It's just together.
It's my turn?
It is your turn. Yes.
I'll talk. I'm back.
Back. Okay. Roll for your crossbow.
Am I too close or no?
No, you're far enough away. Yeah.
12
You
plus
you hit,
10.
and then roll for damage. That'll be a 5, right? 2 plus 5. All right. So you get a silvered bolt square in like his chest area, and he kind of like reels back in pain, but he's still alive.
Okay. Whose turn?
It is now out of here. You see, this one's gonna take one
Excuse me?
out of the the cavernous caves. I know cavernous caves, right?
How dare they?
Do we have
Lines
do we have
we
any?
get at one point.
Huh?
Musical lines we get at one point.
Yeah. Do you have any more of those markers?
Yeah.
You're forgetting that, by the way.
I'm not.
You said.
However, here's the rules of inspiration. Okay, you guys tell me when the music fits. I say whether it does or not. You guys have inspiration. However, it doesn't stack, so you have to use it, and then
Why wouldn't we fucking use it?
why aren't you using it?
We are using it.
No, you're
Like,
not.
I didn't know I had to call it out.
Inspiration lets you re-roll a d20.
Ugh, you're so irritating.
Once per combat or once per game or?
Anything.
If you have inspiration.
Oh.
It's
Oh,
anything.
yeah.
It's like
a
having the
condition.
lucky feet, except
Yeah.
only one
Yeah.
third of the lucky
Yes.
feet.
Yeah. So it's like I'm giving it to you and you're not using it.
That's bullshit. But I'm gonna let it slide.
Any more of these?
I hope
I
you
have
hear
little
this.
people. You want to
Oh, here, I'm gonna use this one. This one. So
Since
Like
that
this
Yeah.
moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then these two come in. So these are 3 wolves kind of running in from these the tunnels, joining the fight. They don't get close enough to attack yet.
Roll my ass.
Mozark, it's your turn.
Cool. No fucking worries. Okay. What the fuck's happening?
There's a werewolf
Adding
that
more shit.
This guy's almost dead. These guys just joined.
Cool. This guy's almost dead. I guess I'll fucking stab the one that's almost dead. What do I do?
Roll.
you roll a d20
17.
that hits, and then roll your
She also
d6.
gets advantage on that roll
One.
because she's sneak attacking,
Uh,
right?
It's distracted by.
oh yes, so you would actually roll that plus another d6 plus your dex.
But wouldn't she get a second roll on it
Six.
since it counts as advantage? Or
No, because you don't get advantage for that. No.
it just counts as sneak attack, but not
yeah,
advantage.
exactly.
Oh, okay.
So you rolled 7 plus your 4, 11. You deal 11 damage to this werewolf, and its body transforms back into a human, and it falls dead on the ground.
Huzzah, bitch.
So you kill that. You kill the second werewolf. It is now. What's her name?
Zoo.
Zuleka. Yeah. It's now Zuleka's turn, and she's actually going to speak to the wolves and command them to hold off,
Oh.
Creepy as fuck. Alright.
and the wolves stop. The wolves do not
Nice. Well
advance,
done, you.
and so they are obeying, but they're here.
Is she still obeying us?
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
That's
We do still need
So wait,
some
is she
wolf
down for the
pelts.
cause, or is she just enthralled?
We
by
don't know
her-
yet.
Oh shit.
She's still
Because she wants.
enchanted and shit.
She
so.
said she. Well, I don't know any of that
Organic
shit, but I was gonna
still.
say.
Yes.
Out of game, she was talking about how she didn't approve of some shit.
It's now Morin's turn if you want to do anything at this point, but this one's dead.
We do still need some wolf pelts, don't we?
Oh, dude, fuck. We could use that. Why don't we use them to kill the others first, and then we could execute them later, if that's how it's gonna go down.
Is that how? when
And
they
then at the
attack?
same time,
You really think they're gonna disobey the alpha?
No.
he's not here yet. We
Yet.
can kill them before they show up.
Yeah, we
Two
had 2
hours.
hours.
We kill him now, before he gets here.
And then we all die trying
I
to kill
vote
him.
we use Zuleka, and she uses them to kill everybody, and then
I don't think
go
that's
from
gonna-
there.
I don't think that's
Is that how
gonna
that
work.
works?
Hmm.
Can we
I
make
don't think they'll. I don't think they would attack the alpha.
I looked at Zulek. I mean, we're in initiative,
ask
so
her.
whose turn is it? Because we can't ask questions.
well, speaking
It's-
of
I'm assuming.
reaction,
I'm assuming you know some shit about wolves.
The combat is more or less halted at this point.
I look to Zuleka and I say, will they fight with us?
They listen to me because I'm highest in the chain of command.
we need them on our side?
I can't guarantee that they'll listen to me if Kirill is here.
Are there any other werewolves here?
There's just one. He's very old, and
You have seniority over him?
I do.
All right, let's go.
I do not want to. I do not wish to kill him.
Why not?
I believe that he can be saved.
will
He's
he obey the alpha?
he will not obey the alpha. He won't fight. He's too old to fight.
Interesting.
If we could please leave him alive, we can kill everyone else.
Will he kill us?
No, he will not fight.
Okay, I'm fine.
All right, let's go.
I don't give a shit. What about the 3 motherfuckers in front of us, though?
The wolves are heeding this person's Zuleka's command. They're listening to
You
Zuleka.
understand that if they will not obey us, we cannot have them here when the alpha is here.
I understand. They are creatures of Strahd. They are not my friends.
All right.
Roll
let's fucking
from
execute
here to here.
There's nobody else to kill here. Old dude isn't gonna do shit, and there's
We're
nobody
not
else
allowed
to
to
kill.
kill him.
So let's get some pelts. Let's get those pelts.
I put my crossbow back and then I look at the corpses here.
Mhm.
Here and here, I think is right.
Yeah.
Can I recover my
Mhm.
my
Yeah,
my
you can-
arrows?
Yep. Yeah. So you get those back. You get your full 20 back.
All right.
Savage.
And if you want to start chopping up some wolves, go for it.
Do we have to roll
Hang on.
attack rolls, or is it just they're just
Um,
gonna succumb to us?
I mean, if you start attacking them, they will defend themselves. So
Why don't we separate them and kill them one at a time,
you can do
so
that.
they can't all gang up on us?
I don't have the time for this. Stand back.
Do you put your sword away?
Let's bring them into
Why would
this
you?
room at least.
No, I don't. I don't put my sword away. I hold it. Stand back. A little further back.
Moves back. Well,
No, wait,
Realistically, when
never.
will
Nah,
we
I'm
go
just
back?
kidding. All right. Cover your ears. This might get a little loud. I cast
You're
shadow
standing up.
right in the center of them.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
So it's
Where's shit?
Read
Level
descriptions.
they
2
have
spell.
to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yep.
Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere. Okay,
Okay.
well I guess I'll be kind of outside of that.
And they take 3d8 thunder damage or half as much on a successful save.
Yeah.
All right. And here we go.
Are we gonna be able to get the
Oops.
pelts if you?
Yeah, it's just blowing their ears apart.
So 2 of them succeed. What's your spell save DC actually?
Well, it should be what 8 plus 3 plus 3 or
Ah,
something
damn it.
like
You know
that.
what? I have it.
So wouldn't that be like 14, maybe?
Your spell save DC is 14, yes. So 2 of them pass. 1 of them fails.
Well, shit. Okay.
So
So,
do-
I'm gonna roll 3d8.
Yep. Do you need some d8s? You good?
I got some. So that's 12. Okay, well, shit.
Okay.
I didn't do as much as I thought I would.
So
All right, boys. So I do 6 damage to 2 of them, and fucking 12 damage to the other one.
So the one right in the middle, just like clenches up and then just falls over dead. This one dies. These 2, this one's gonna jump over the body of its dead enemy or dead friend, and they're gonna charge at you. We are. If you want to roll initiative, we can.
Alright.
I would love nothing more.
7 plus 4.
Fucking 7.
20 total.
20.
Let's see
Or no,
here.
19.
Give me just a sec, guys. Okay, so what'd you?
Sorry, guys. I thought that spell was a little more powerful.
Morin,
It's strong.
what'd you roll?
I have 20 total.
Mozark,
What?
what'd you roll?
7.
7 plus 4.
Sure.
Hope, what'd you roll?
17 plus 2, 19.
19, and then
7 plus 4.
11.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. God damn it. This I have a little initiative spreadsheet that I'm using and it's being weird. Morin, what'd you roll again?
20 total.
20. And then Hope, 19. Okay, there we go. So Morin, you are up first.
Okay.
And there's 2 wolves bearing down on you.
Alright, I'm just gonna acid splash them.
Alrighty. So they have to make a dex save.
Yeah, dex save.
They roll a natural 1 and a 16.
I think the 16 will be okay.
Yeah, the 16 will take no damage, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but the one in front gets some acid splash.
Yeah. Get spleeshed on, boy. 12.
Damn.
12 damage.
Spleeshed them.
All right, you spleeshed them. And then that one's dead.
Okay,
Cool,
and that was the
huzzah.
one in the front.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say, alrighty then, and I'm gonna kind of tuck back. I'm gonna tuck back behind you guys.
You did your work, though. You're good.
All right, and then
Sorry, guys.
wolf number 3 is going to continue to charge ahead. And it looks this way and sees Hope. And is going to run this way and attack you, Hope. So it rolls a 13, and that's lower than your. Oh, wait, 13? I think it's more than that.
Yeah, my armor class is 15.
No, I think it rolls a little bit better than that.
My armor class is 15.
It rolls a 15. So,
Oh, it wins. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so you take. Eight damage from this wolf bite.
Alright.
And it's now your turn, Hope.
Where's my health?
Fuck that fucker.
I don't know what my health is at. Hold on. I'm sorry.
I have your health here.
Oh, 24. Is that what you have?
I have your health at 31, so that must have been your level 4, because you probably got one up to 31. So you are at 23. You're at 23 health right now.
Pencil in there?
I have a pen.
Free help.
I have pencil.
Yeah, I have a pencil right here.
Sorry to.
Yeah, 31 minus 8.
So my health is 31.
Yes, max 31.
And how much do you do?
8. Alrighty, and then it's your turn.
I'm gonna. Oh, well, it's in close range. So, does it take an action to put my because I have my crossbow out.
Mhm.
Oh wait, well I didn't have my crossbow out. I didn't have any weapon out.
So you
I
can
was
pull.
thinking-
You can pull out as a bonus action. You can pull
Okay,
out a sword.
Yeah, I have my mace.
Your mace. Okay.
And I'm gonna slam down on its face.
Slam it.
One. Okay, so it's 14 plus 2, 16.
That hits.
All right, 1d6.
1d6 plus your dex mod, right?
Yeah, so plus 2, 7.
7. So you were able to cut into this wolf and it dies.
Yeah.
So
So I had my mace, pulled it out, and I just fucking came out.
You fucking slammed it in the
Smacked
side of the
it.
head, and then it was yeah, it was against the wall, and you just crushed it.
Yeah.
so you have 3 dead wolves. Do you want to skin them? You have some time before Kirill gets back.
Yeah.
I run up.
Sorry, help.
You run up.
Yeah, I
Ye-
want to go outside.
Okay.
And kind of wait cautiously at the door.
Okay.
Pull
So
my
that's that.
crossbow.
You guys are gonna skin the wolves.
Yeah, I suppose we should.
Thank you.
Take the pelts.
Didn't
Put
you
'em in the
need
bag of
something?
holding.
Who was
I have
that?
one.
Oh, you
Yeah.
have one? Oh, okay. I just want to make sure.
You might be able to make the burgomaster happier, or the baron happier if you get more pelts.
How much gold do I have?
Let's see.
Can we
You have 85 gold, Mozart.
Can I give 2 to Soren and say, can you skin this for me?
Yeah, I'll skin them all and put them in the bag of holding.
Because I can't fucking.
Okay,
I don't know.
that's your thing. You do it. So all right. So
And then
Soren.
let's dump all the corpses in the boxes and put the tops with the rocks back on.
All right.
Love it. Let's do
Okay.
it.
So then,
I'll help you with that.
I mean,
shit.
he'll be wondering why nobody's fucking around, but at least there won't be a bunch of fucking corpses all over the place.
I'll
So
help
what-
you
Because
with
we
that.
don't know. If
So if you're skinning shit, I'll start moving.
I'm
dead
sitting there
wolves.
counting on my fingers. I'm like, wait, that's only 3 wolves.
Mhm.
I thought they said there was 9.
Yeah, so there's
And
one
they
other.
took 4.
Mhm.
There's-
One other werewolf here, and then 5. No, wait, how many were there?
There's
Wait,
So
there
there,
was
there
2
should have
but-
been 5 regular wolves
Mhm.
in this cave.
You are correct, sir.
Now, I imagine they would have heard the shatter spell.
Oh shit.
I mean, because that. Let me just read the description of that, just so we kind of know that they're gonna be coming running at us. Maybe.
I'm looking out right here. Readying myself.
A sudden, loud, ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from a point of your choice within range.
Okay.
Well, what's the range on it?
So if you explore a little bit,
Well,
this leads this way.
I guess I don't really know about it. I guess I don't know if it really would make that loud of a noise carrying out throughout the cave.
Hold on, actually.
But I mean, you're basically killing something with sound, so I figured it'd be pretty loud in a cave.
Yes, but they are tight corridors, and so they probably just heard like a rattling. There we go. So this goes this way, connects here, here.
Probably knock some stone off the wall too, I bet. It's a creature made of inorganic material such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage on its saving throw.
Because it resonates or something.
Yeah. That'd be so cool to use on like a
Like a stone
Okay.
golem. or
Yeah.
something.
Okay.
break it into dust.
There we go. So this is a big open area, and there's a little water here. Let me see a few like things here. So as you kind of explore this little area, this is looking down through the roof of the cave, and there are 2 wolves here. There's a wolf, and there's an old man sitting on a chair. Here he is.
We do the next 2 my way this time.
So when you start exploring, you see that those wolves. You find an old man sitting in a chair.
You want to lead up front since you got dark vision?
Okay, so is this assuming we've already skinned the wolves and thrown their bodies under the boxes?
Yeah.
Okay. Then sure, yeah.
Uh,
Or fuck it, it's only a couple wolves. I'll just have my light fucking
Oh,
sword
yeah,
out.
yeah.
I mean, I guess I'll still stand kind of towards the front.
okay.
I'll stand in front of you.
Okay.
Ugh, I'll trail.
I'll be right behind you.
Alright.
It's only 2 wolves. We killed 3 of them pretty easily.
I tell Zuleka,
Yeah.
call the other 2 to me.
I went up the
Or
stairs.
call
I'm
one to
keeping
me,
them.
leave the other there.
She says they do not listen to me. They are his wolves.
You are no friend of Strahd's. You do not like Kieran, correct?
I do not like Kirill, no.
What is Strahd?
I'm sorry?
Sir Strahd?
Of course not. No.
Well, you need to explain to your old friend that these wolves cannot be here when Kirill gets here.
Okay. I cannot call them, but if you go in there and attack the wolves, he will not fight you. It will break his heart, but he will not fight you.
Oh, I'll go talk to the guy then.
Okay.
What's his name?
His name is I have it right here. Devanka.
Devanka. Hello.
Hello.
We are here to kill all of you. However, your friend has told us that we shouldn't.
I understand. I was waiting for somebody to come through. I'm surprised it took us
wolves
this
here.
long.
They are friends of Strahd's.
I suppose they would listen to him if he commanded them to, yes.
I am not a friend of Strahd, so they are not friends of me. You understand this?
Of course, yes.
You need to tell one of them to come with me. Leave the other here.
What do you plan to do with them?
This is none of your business.
They are my wolves, it is my business.
Well, I can kill all 3 of you if you like, but I actually have to kill both of them before Kieran gets here.
You would slay an old man?
One who harbors children to feed to a vampire? Yes, I would.
I do not approve of Kirill's
It
ways.
does not matter. You are in league nonetheless. Now
Well-
you tell these wolves, one of them to come with me, or I just kill all 3 of you right here.
Roll persuasion. Or intimidation. Roll intimidation.
3.
3, and then your intimidation is -1. I'm gonna give you advantage on that because that was pretty
The
good.
delivery was.
The delivery was good. You know what? You can use your inspiration to re-roll that.
There you go.
6.
that
I don't really have a way with words.
Yeah.
was really good though.
And he says, "I guess you're gonna have to kill us all then."
Very well, man. You had your.
I want to cast a message into his
Yeah.
into his head and say, "You better think twice."
Roll persuasion.
And also keep in mind, I'm pulling out my shit ready to fucking kill all these people.
Okay, yeah.
Right in front of them.
Yeah, what'd you get?
I got 12 plus something.
Plus 5 is your persuasion. So it's a 17. As he sees you pulling out your weapons, getting ready to kill him, he says, Fine. Take one. And he does a call to one of them, and you can see he's very torn up about this.
Does he have line of sight from right here?
Yes, but I mean, what is he gonna do?
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna fucking slay this dude.
And he says-
I'm gonna go. Stand.
Yeah, go around the corner maybe so the other wolf doesn't see it.
Yeah. Well,
And,
he can't. Can he see? Can the wolf see?
Uh,
This is transparent. This is from the roof.
Yeah, he could see. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you take him a little further?
Yeah. I'm gonna pull him in here.
As you're walking away, he curses your family name, not like a Vistani curse, but he doesn't like that you're doing this.
It'll be alright. Sorry.
2, 1,
Damn, dude.
and
So-
17.
The 17 hits. So the first 2 attacks do not hit.
even though he's just standing right
But
there.
he sees the change in your intent as you pull your swords to come at him. He's dodging too. So the crit it's not just that you don't hit him. He's dodging very well.
You're imagining Wolfie.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That doggy is.
You are still able to kill this wolf in one hit. So
And I'll skin him and throw his body in there.
okay.
I
And then
want
I'll call the other one.
to talk to the old man. You know why we have to do this, right?
I don't. Why?
Well, because we're going to kill Kirill as well. You
9,
can't have any
19.
complications.
The 9 hits even anyway.
3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
He says,
And then, does 11 kill it?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I skin it and throw the body.
Okay, so you got 5 wolf pelts now. And he
I
says,
come back in here.
So am I just moving pelts fucking in here and like?
I guess, yeah.
Dragging wolf corpses
Cool.
underneath
Yeah.
crates.
Alright, no problem.
And he says to you, Morin, he says, you aim to kill Kirill,
We do.
do you?
Yes.
Oh, he's,
And our success or failure is also dependent on your survival. So you must tell me everything you know about him and how best to kill him.
Ooh, fun and gas.
very well. I do not wish to see him live. He was, the way the pack did things was different. Before Kirill took over. He overthrew the previous Alpha. Before that, we did not kidnap children. We did not make them fight in these bloody games like he does. He wanted to preserve the strength and the power of the pack. He thought it was a good idea to take a child, make them fight, figure out who the strongest was, and then turn them into a werewolf. I do not approve of this, but what am I to do? I'm an old man. He went to Strahd. That's why you see the wolves fighting with us. Strahd approved of the way that he did things, the way he ran the pack. He gave us his wolves as support. Best way to kill him, I suppose? The way you kill any werewolf, but better. Just go at him. He can die. He can die like any other werewolf.
So when he comes back and
Yes.
he sees that his den is empty, what happens then?
Well, I suppose he'd look for the people who did it.
I see.
You guys,
Alright.
all of you.
It says, do not misunderstand me. I want Kirill dead. I don't think it'll be easy.
What shall we do with the two of you now? I tell the Zoolander.
He says, it's been my dream since I became infected with this curse to find a cure.
You can fight, correct?
I wouldn't be much help. Even in wolf form, I am an old wolf. I just want to be normal again. Zuleka shares my thought on that.
Well, right now I see two useless cowards who capture children. What am I to do with you when Kirill gets here?
I will hide. I will hide.
That will
You,
surely serve us very well during the fight.
I will not aid him. I won't. I promise. I do not have the ability to fight. You can kill me now if you choose to. I've lived a long life.
His two friends. Is there any way to separate them, to make them weaker?
They won't leave his side now.
Well, then what should we do?
Can I just say, I walk into this conversation happening,
Yeah.
and I'm vaguely aware that they're unsure with how to
Mhm.
move forward,
Yeah.
even though I may not have heard the entire contents of.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so and then who else is in here? The chick. She's in here too, isn't she?
Yes. Yeah.
She's in there.
No, she's over here.
Oh.
Stashing the wolf pelts and kind of staying over here.
So I look at the old man and
Mhm.
I say, "I'm Hope. What's your name?"
Devanka.
Devanka. What do you know about a cure for your infliction?
I was not allowed to do much reading. Kirill did not allow it. But I believe that if we can get the root of the belladonna plant, then it's risky. It could kill us. But if we eat it, and if we survive eating it, then we'll be cured of the curse. And from what I know, there's only one place to find that, and that's inside the walls of Kresk. There's a grotto, a garden, where they grow things there. And I've heard they keep Belladonna.
You used to be one of the children, no?
No. I
Before.
am a very old werewolf. I've seen changes happen. I was not one of the children.
Did you care for them?
The children? Of course I did. What am I to do? I have to follow orders. I'm listening to Kirill. If I oppose him, he will kill me.
This cave with this herb in it that you need. Can you obtain this herb by yourself?
I cannot. They
We'll
don't.
do this then. When Kirill comes with his friends,
Mhm.
he will bring children with him, no?
Likely, yes.
You will aid the children, get them away to safety.
Okay.
You and your useless friend.
Okay.
We will take care of Kirill and meet you at the cave and help you. If we survive. So your curse that you are so terribly afflicted by shall be cured based on our success. I think it's fair.
Yes.
When's the next moon? Full moon? This chick gonna go fucking crazy and kill these kids on her own?
Do-
we leave
do
it
we
with her?
know?
You don't know when the lunar where they are in the lunar cycle.
Does she?
Uh,
When you
The
harm?
moon.
Huh?
What's the
I
moon?
guess we could ask him.
When is the next full moon? When will you succumb to this curse?
It's coming in 3 days.
Well, the children will be safe for 3 days then.
Yes.
Well, you will keep them and care for them,
Okay.
as will the old one.
Okay.
We will take care of the rest and meet you at this cave. Where exactly is it?
It's not a cave. It's inside. It's inside a grotto in the walls of the village of Kresk.
Okay.
They don't let outsiders inside Kresk. It's
that
a wall.
shouldn't be a problem. We've got experience with that.
They most certainly would never let a werewolf inside.
Well.
A werewolf cured.
We will meet you outside then.
Okay.
Keep the kids safe. They can't take them to Velaki. Whatever. I mean, if we're dead, who the fuck cares, right? It's not our concern anymore.
I too?
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, we don't really. It doesn't really fucking matter what happens to the kids if we're dead because we're dead. So fuck it. So whatever.
Yeah.
Take the kids to safety in the clearing, in a fucking clearing, and then we'll handle these three motherfuckers.
Okay.
Does that all work for everyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
So let me reiterate this. When Kirill comes back from the hunt with the children, you want the old man and the woman to take the kids aside, keep them safe.
Well, yeah, we're gonna initiate combat. So how exactly does he bring the children in?
He brings them in single file through this path here.
First or second? Does he lead or they sends them in? Correct.
He sends them in. And then we receive them and walk them back this way.
You're aware of the thing on the roof, yeah?
Yes. Yes.
Take them up the roof. You take them in. We cut them off. As soon as all the children come in, we cut them off. You take the children away through the roof.
Okay.
And we will
Children
take
does
care of the
he bring
rest.
at a time?
I guess we won't know, right? I guess it depends on how good or bad that hunt, right?
Usually it's between 2 to 5 children.
Okay. Never more than 5 ever?
Very rarely, but usually not.
Well, today will be the day. It's like 20, so.
So we'll stage them here. Front door's here, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
We'll stage them here.
Okay.
Kids are gonna come up this way, yeah?
Yeah.
So kids come up this way.
This is the old man now. So
So
kids.
our plan should be to have them be as normal as possible.
Yeah, they'll
then
be
we
here.
ambush
They'll be
them.
here to receive the children like normal, right? She takes care of the kids, or fucking I don't know, prays around them, whatever the fuck she does.
Mhm.
They come in as soon as the first furry motherfucker that comes through the door gets cleaved in the head. The kids get whisked away up to the roof. These two take the kids, whisk them away up through the roof, and wherever the fuck she'll know what to do with them, I'm sure.
Okay.
And then the shit's on when we kill them, and then we worry about the rest later.
I'd like to get up on that. Can we fight them in open
Oh.
field? Like out in the open here?
We could
outside?
draw them into this thing
Okay.
here, and you can fire down on them, and they can't get to you.
Yeah, hi.
Do you have disguise self?
Yes, I do. I can disguise myself as one of those guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey.
So I say, hey Hope, remember that trick you showed me?
And I like smile and nod.
Disguise.
Well,
Disguise self. Do you have
Yes.
disguise self?
Yes.
Yeah, there it is. Okay. Yes, you do.
I
Sorry.
do too.
Okay. Okay.
So, Hope and I know this little trick. And then, I want to kind of just explain. We can basically make ourselves look like someone else.
You can't distort height. Or
So you're like that
it's
person,
very
but your
limited.
size?
It's kind of limited. Do you want to read it?
You can
We can go
can
upstairs and pull those guys out of those fucking boxes and see who. I mean,
Yeah.
are they gonna notice if you're 3 inches taller right away? I don't know.
No. Well, I mean, it says you can see up to 1 foot shorter or taller and can appear thin, fat, or in between. You can't change your body type, so it's not like we could make ourselves look like a wolf, but we could look like these guys in human form.
Yeah, they weren't in wolf form when we encountered them.
Right.
Exactly. So we'll just stay as them in human form, and then it says they could they could do an investigation check to kind of see if we're disguised, but I mean,
You have
Yeah.
prestidigitation
yeah, I do.
as a
one
cantrip.
more time.
Fuck off. Do not make me say that again. Please don't. Please, DM, don't make me say it again. Make us smell like them, too.
That's very smart.
It's a good thought.
I believe you can.
Yeah, you can
Oh,
do like
really?
a smell.
But it does say instantaneous though.
So you cast it as soon as
It
they're
lasts for
approaching.
1 hour.
How discreet is the spell?
It's vocal and somatic, so you can whisper it, but you have to do like a thing. But it's pretty chill.
Do it behind your back. Alright, we're gonna smell and look like these fucks and do what with it? Follow them in? Get them from behind?
Lure them
Okay.
into a trap,
Okay, sure.
into
Let's
an
do it.
ambush.
Let's go.
Okay. So you do that. So you both take the form of Skemis and Emil, the 2 werewolves that you killed that were pacing kind of back and forth. You guys are waiting up front, right? Is that right? Waiting to receive the children?
Yeah.
So when the werewolves come in,
Yes.
is it normal procedure, if you will, to take them up this way? I'm asking Zoolandish.
Zuleka, yes.
Zuleka,
She says,
Zuleka.
yes. Yes, we take them single file and we put them in the cages here.
So you act as if nothing is wrong. You take them up that way, but you take them up to the roof into safety.
Okay, I can do that.
So then they're none the wiser.
Mm-hmm.
And then you 2 are in disguise. We
We'll,
can.
we'll lure them. We'll say, hey,
Do we want to set you guys? I mean,
Yeah,
you guys
sure.
are the ones with the disguises,
Yeah.
so you guys should be on the ground floor.
yeah.
Is there any way we can use this hole in the roof?
You could
Drop
shoot,
a
you could
giant
shoot
fucking
into it.
rock on the top of one of them, or shoot at them, shoot spells, shoot fucking fireballs through there, or whatever.
I can shoot from
'Cause-
there.
We can stage here so they come at us, and then they're right fucking there.
But do we know how high up that is from?
It's about 20 feet.
Oh
20
shit,
foot.
that's pretty fall.
That might kind of hurt jumping down.
And then if you lose line of sight, you're fucking useless. You have to run all the way the fuck down here. It's probably best just to hit him head on.
Yeah, just hide around the corner.
I'd like to use that
We're just
thing,
gonna lure.
because then they can't get to you. But you guys got the disguises, and it's too small a window. It's only like what, 1, 2, 3, so 15 foot of
Mhm.
vision, 15 foot of angle to work with. So
Yeah, from like up here you might be able to see like a
I
little
mean,
like
Mo
around
could
here.
if you're using a bow or something, or no, wait.
so
Do you not-
this is like a platform overlooking this
Well, you
area.
gotta have the silver.
Uh,
you have silver.
No, this is down below.
Oh, okay.
This is a sloped outside like side of the cave.
We're allowed to do that, right?
What?
I can just give her, I give you 10 silver arrows.
Yeah, that's fine.
Bang.
Yeah.
Crossbow bolts.
So
Wait, yeah, I have crossbow.
you'd have to give her the crossbow. You only have a short bow. You don't have a crossbow.
Oh.
So you'd have to give her the crossbow as well.
Could she do more work with it?
She would do more damage with it, yeah. Or
Give it to you.
Mozark would.
Have?
My mace.
Okay.
But it's not
Is
silver.
it silver?
No.
You can give her the short sword you got.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So what if I want this?
Crazies.
Swapsies.
Thanksies.
So you guys,
We'll just lure them into
you
that
guys
main
can't
room.
disguise me though, can you? Only yourselves.
Right.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. But you could just kind of hide in a corner, and we'll lure them into there, and then you stab them in the back, and then we'll start.
Or maybe
fighting, too.
you captured a hapless idiot named Soren who was wandering through the woods,
whose hands are bound behind his back, but are really just holding fucking swords ready to kill someone, and you draw them into the fucking corner.
It'd be easier to just get the drop on him instead of having him have a chance to size you up. But
I'm just worried about you guys
Well, if
because
he's
you guys.
sizing him up, then we can take him down.
I'm just worried because you guys are the least melee friendly out of the. Well, I guess that makes sense. We don't have to. I don't have to. Like, I say like we should hide right where we're still combat effective or whatever. She can shoot. I can't though. I gotta move in on him, but I can do that shit. I got
So
like
should I
surges
go
and
back
shit.
up to the top?
maybe just stay on the ground.
No, you just stay on the
Just
ground.
shoot
But
from the shadows.
we should try to like get them to come over here,
Exactly. Yeah.
and then that way like they can't go anywhere. They can't flank anyone. They can't do anything because this is water and shit.
Mhm.
If we can box them in this corner here, then I could be like hiding fucking right here. They come in the front door. They come over there, or fucking around this corner, wherever there's no line of sight. They come over here, and then you guys just fucking lay into them, and then I come in and clean up the rest. And then I don't know how best to convince them to go over there.
What do they usually do?
We'll make it
They
work.
usually come in, they go this way, they take the kids up this way, right?
Yep.
Or do they go straight up to the little thing?
No, they usually go down this way.
Okay, so
They-
I'd imagine they imprison them before they take them up to do battle royale type shit, right?
Yes, they make them sit in the cages for a few days.
Okay, so they come up this way, very unceremoniously, it sounds like, and they come in this way.
We
So
could just
why
have
wouldn't
right
we
there.
be here and here?
Just
Because
cut them off from the
as far
cage.
as what's his face is concerned, we're not here. We've never been here. He has no reason to suspect that we're here. So why don't we just do this shit again, like Devin said, the same old tricks, but do it here and here, and then get them.
So
that way.
we like hit them from both sides
Yeah.
right here. Yeah, that makes sense. Because then
some
that cuts them
hit-
off,
Yeah.
and we're blocking for these two to take the kids up to the roof.
And so he's not here, right? He's with the kids.
The old man.
Oh, is this the old man
Oh.
now?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
missed that. Okay, sorry.
Sorry, I'm using the same figure,
Okay.
but yeah. The old man and the werewolf lady.
So then let's put the old man up here as a last ditch effort to maybe, because I don't think it's going to be much good. So let's say, like, well, unless he's always here, we need everything to be normal.
Mhm.
That's my point.
Yeah. He escorts the kids.
Yeah.
So then he needs to be here.
The normal
He
procedure.
should just be out here waiting.
Yeah.
The normal procedure is yes. Zuleka and the old man will walk the children to the cages.
Well, the three fuckheads do what? Just
Bask in
fucking-
their glory of a hunt, I guess.
Yeah.
Like they'll just kind of wander around and be.
Suck each other.
Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
pretty much. Yeah.
Cool. Love it. All right. So here, fuck it, why not?
All right.
Who's here?
I'll be here.
Who's that?
This is.
That's
you.
Zuleka.
Zuleka.
Oh no,
Okay.
that's not you.
So Zuleka's gonna come in and wait for whatever shit's happening, right?
She's gonna.
Do I
lead the
have?
kids.
Yeah, I do, right? Like this much. All right, cool. Who's this?
That's Morin.
I'm the only dwarf.
Okay, good job. Where are you gonna be?
Just out front. Just.
Like out in the fucking front, or like?
Yeah.
They're
Oh, that's
disguised
right.
as
Okay.
as the
What would
werewolf
they
people.
be doing
We'll-
normally?
we'll
Just
just
fucking
wait.
pacing around.
Just
right?
pacing around, yeah. Just guarding.
Right.
Okay.
Watch my back, Mo.
So then I should probably here, since I'm a little stealthier. I'll be here,
Mhm.
even though 'cause it's more open. You're less stealthy, so you should be on the more enclosed. And we're good. And we're cool with him being here because
That's
where he
normal.
usually is
Yeah.
at.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Alright. Good idea.
Okay, so we'll just hang out, wait for this guy to get here.
Okay, so does it need to be said that the music fits the tone? We each get an extra point. Do we have to
I-
ask for it?
You have to ask for it. I will make a ruling and say that yes, it does fit.
Okay.
And so you all get inspiration. So you can choose to re-roll a d20 one time. So if you critical fail on something, you can choose to
Cool.
re-roll it.
Let's start before the music changes.
Okay. So this is where you're. So a little while goes by, a couple hours. You guys are kind of standing here, hiding out, and you hear some kind of ruffling in the bushes and the trees from outside the den, and you see a chain of children walking. They look very scared and very sad. Some of them have blood on them. Some of them have ripped clothing. But they're walking their way in this way. What do you guys do?
That's you guys first.
I just kind of stand aside right here,
Okay.
Yeah, me
and
too.
I kind of see if I can see the werewolf guys.
Yeah, you see 3 of the like big muscular men walk out from in
they're
human
in
form.
human form,
They're in
okay.
human form. They look a bit like this.
Okay.
Like that.
Nipple action going on.
Oh, yeah.
Very Janet Jackson.
Good catch there, kiddo.
He says, "Did you doubt my abilities?"
Never.
Exactly. Now go.
Sure thing. You kind of just walk right there.
Yes, we got 5 of them. 5 of the kids. Some of these look like they'll be good for Strahd. Now, Zuleka. Nah. Devanka? Is that his name?
Zuleka. Oh.
Yeah, that sounds right. Default.
Javon.
Devanka. Zuleka Devanka. Take him to the cages. I'm gonna head to my quarters. And then, so he walks in this way. You see the children. He's standing kind of right here, and the 2 dudes are behind him, not really saying anything.
Which one is Kirill?
Kirill is the one in front right here.
Okay.
The children. So they are going to take the children back
All right.
this way, and then they're going to divert this way,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, hey, Carol, I wanted to show you something. Look at there's something I saw in the cave earlier today.
What?
Come check this out, man. I've never seen this before.
You're speaking out of line. Why are you talking to me this way?
I just thought you might want to know, being the boss, you might want to be in the know on things.
Tell me what it is.
I don't really know. It's right around the corner over here. It's this weird looking stone.
It looks like a poop emoji.
And he says,
It was glowing. I thought it might.
"You're acting weird." All right. What is it? Show me then.
Come on, look.
And he walks after you. And he gets right here. And
And bow to whatever.
you guys need to make a stealth check
Okay.
to get the surprise on him.
Fuck. 4.
You can re-roll. You can re-roll.
Can we re-roll?
Yeah, inspiration.
Reroll that.
Can I have that?
Where did it go?
I don't know.
It went under.
Is it under?
Re-roll
That's
would
it.
have been
There it is.
terrible.
There you go.
Oh, no, I'll never know. 13.
17.
You guys both pass.
All right.
Thanks to that inspiration.
Well, it's a thing. You
It
said.
is. All right. So now you guys are both attacking.
Yes.
And Hope, what are you doing?
Oh. Let's see.
So they're getting ready to attack,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
Okay. And I'm just in the
You're
middle.
right in the middle of this shit.
Yeah.
Maybe you should back up. I don't know.
But they don't necessarily know that you're
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
on your
You
side.
haven't been hostile yet.
Yeah. I'll ready an attack for anyone that attacks me.
Anyone that attacks you. So if they come at you with an attack, you want to use your reaction to attack them first.
Yeah. Can
Okay.
I do that?
Yes, I'll let you do that.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Like you could say.
Well, like I'm just like defensive. Like
You could
I'm
say-
just still kind of like I'm in disguise.
Yeah, you could say that you're keeping a, like high alert on one of them, like
Yeah.
and keeping watch on one of them, and if their demeanor turns aggressive towards you,
Yeah. So I'll say that I'm like kind of keeping my eye on the two
Go
that are
Richards?
here, I guess.
okay,
There's not much
okay.
left.
So
Okay.
So there's a little bit more.
go ahead and yeah. So we're gonna roll this thing. So you're attacking, right? Okay. So go ahead and attack.
So the 6?
D20.
Wait,
Oh.
actually, I'll let you coordinate this. You're gonna roll up and attack a melee range, right?
Yeah.
So then,
Only like 5 feet away from him.
okay.
Yeah.
So if you attack first, then you'll get sneak attack damage because
yeah.
you're letting
Okay.
him attack first.
I don't know what that means, but alright. What do I do?
So wait for him to attack. You'll attack after him. So
Cool.
roll.
15,
Yes.
4.
The 15 hits.
Alright, and then that's 5, 6.
Plus 4.
That's 10.
10.
And then 10 plus 4, 14.
14 hits.
And then it's 2, 5, 9.
9, so you do 19 damage the first round. Okay, so you dig into him. All three.
Hold on a second. And then
Oh shit.
I'm gonna fucking
Action surge.
Or do you have Battlemaster shit?
No, we just did a critical on 19s or 20s. Oh, you can crit on a
I'm
19.
gonna fucking okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you've rolled any 19s on
think I
attack
have.
rolls, but
And then I'm gonna fucking action surge and fucking cleave at him again.
okay. Cool thing about action surge is you get to take another action, which means you get that extra attack again. So you
Do
do
it.
two more
Do it.
attacks. However, you can only attack with your offhand once, so you don't get that again. So this is your 2 attacks.
So
Both
11
of those
and
hit,
12. Okay, so that's 4.
and you're gonna roll a
Five.
d6 for that one. Another d6. Here you go.
Another D6.
Yeah.
1.
So because this you're attacking with the same weapon twice, main hand, and not the
Oh.
not the dagger at all on
Oh,
this
so
extra
you
one.
went Wham, wham,
Oh.
wham, 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 wham.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So you do 5 attacks.
Fucking crazy.
So then you're gonna add 4 to both. So that's 6 plus that's 2 plus 4 is 6, and then that was 5, right? So that's 9 plus 6 is 15, on top of the 19 that you just rolled. So you do 34 damage to it.
and then I'm gonna use second wind in anticipation of getting fucked up by this dude.
Second wind,
heals-
I have a
Yeah.
limited well of stamina I can draw upon. How long does do these hit points last?
if you're already at your max, you can't gain any more health.
Oh fuck! Well,
It's
I'll
just like a
wait.
heal,
Yeah.
like a self heal.
Yeah.
I'll wait on that then.
Okay, so that's your turn. So you're up close and personal. Mozark, go ahead and attack.
20.
Ooh!
Yes.
All
What
right.
happens?
So here, you're gonna roll 2 d6s,
5. 5.
10, and you add
What?
4 to that, so that's 14. I think that's it. Yeah, so 14 damage. Okay, that's really good though.
Wait,
Is
but
he
it was a
dead?
crit though.
Crit.
Oh yeah, so you roll those twice because that's the sneak attack. Yeah, so
2.
it's 2,
5.
7, 21 damage. So you do 21 damage.
What's the dude looking like right now?
He falls to his
fucked up.
knees.
55 damage.
He falls to his knees and lets out a
round.
scream, and he signals to the 2 in the back to help him, but he's looking pretty bad. He falls to his knees, and
I'm gonna. Can I yell at them?
yeah.
I'm gonna yell at them. I'm gonna say, "I am your alpha now. You bow to me, or you will meet his fate as well."
Roll intimidation with advantage.
19.
Roll it again to
Roll
see if
again
you.
to get a 20.
Come on.
11.
The 19. They kneel. They bow. They bow. They just saw their alpha get fucked. and they hear this crazy like man yell at them, and yeah, so they kneel, and Morin, it's your turn.
Fucking finish this
Yes.
motherfucker off.
Please. That was some good rolling that just happened. That never
You
happened.
get a 6 and a 5, right? A 6 and a 5. That was good.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say we took a decade to plan that, but it went really
I zoned out for like a good solid 10 minutes of that. But
Yeah.
I'm really glad that like I came back in just to see what's going on.
Yeah.
I was looking outside
Okay.
at the trees. Can't help it.
Live in a treehouse.
I do. I'm gonna miss it.
All right. So wait, I have that thing that does more fire damage.
Yes, the pendant. You get an extra d6 on your fireballs, and you get an extra.
Oh, is it just fireballs, not fire bolts?
Your fire bolts get
You
an.
have both?
You add your proficiency bonus to your fire bolts, and you get an extra d6 on your fireballs.
Proficiency bonus to the
Sorry.
to the damage.
Yes.
Fire.
So. Okay. So like I would add like +3 to the damage.
Of your fire bolts, yes.
Okay. So because I'm gonna do a firebolt on
Okay.
this guy. So I'm gonna just kind of break the disguise. You know, I'm a little fucking dwarf.
Now, real quick, did you guys swap weapons?
Yeah.
So you're shooting with a crossbow?
She
Okay.
has a short sword.
Okay, it's still the same amount of damage, but you don't have to be in melee range. You can attack from like down this hallway if you want.
I am or
Plus, she gets
Then,
cunning
yeah,
actions too as a bonus action.
Uh,
Then again, but unless she wants to reload the crossbow as a bonus action.
Yeah. You could reload the crossbow, or you can hide as a bonus action on your turn.
reload.
All right.
Yeah.
No bitch.
All right, yeah. So I'm morphing back into a dwarf and I'm blasting this bitch with a firebolt.
Nice.
That's cool.
So it's,
That's really fucking cool.
So it's 2d10 because it's casting
Yeah.
at 5th level.
Does the music match?
Yes, yes it does.
Okay, thank
yes
you.
it does.
2d10
Oh, I wasn't call that
plus.
shit out.
You're saying plus 3.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's gonna be 11 plus 3 is a 14 damage.
So he
60 dead.
he gets engulfed in a ball of flames,
Fireballs.
and he lets out this like blood curdling like yell, like roar, and you see his body like he tries to stand up and try to morph into werewolf form, but the flames take him over, and he falls down to the ground, and he's a smoldering pile of werewolf man,
Huzzah!
and he's dead.
Okay.
The other two are now looking to you, Soren.
Do your
What do you
shit.
do?
What are you gonna
Say,
do?
up to the. Oh fuck! I don't want to take him up to the roof.
Fucking execute him.
Yeah,
They say, "Who are you?"
I'm your alpha. You shall lead my word. I didn't think that shit was gonna work.
You didn't think that far.
No, just trash talking.
Up to the roof with both of you. The first thing is you need to clean out that pit of bones and blood that you left upstairs.
Ooh.
What happened?
Make them fight to the death.
They say, "As you wish," and they walk
Go
up.
to the roof. So when they're finished,
Huh? Yeah. So they're
Okay,
finished.
Sorry. So who's dead here? Because this is very confusing.
This one's dead. The alpha is dead.
And we still got these two?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. No problem.
So, but they have now under the command of Soren, and they go up to the top.
And
You-
I'm just gonna follow.
While this
Y'all
while this
follow.
happened, the children are being you all got the children up on top successfully. So now Zuleka and the old man are waiting up here. They're waiting up here.
With the children.
No, the children were already shimmied up by the rope, and they're hanging out on top of this cave
Oh, got it.
with the other children.
So Zuzu got them out.
Yes, Zuzu. Yes, and then the two werewolves that Soren is now commanding to clean this pit out join you up here. Join the so it's the 4 of them up there.
Can we? Is there a turn to follow?
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
I
yeah.
want to fucking see this shit.
Okay.
I'm just kind of assuming we're all going up there.
And what else? What happens? What's going on?
so they're in the pit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell them. Now we shall see which one of you is worthy. The two of you will fight as you've made these children fight.
Very well. Arm yourself. Or no, they like go into werewolf form, and they're both like in the pit now, fighting to the death. They do ask you though. They say, "And what of the victor?"
You shall see after we are finished.
Very well. So they duke it out. It's a pretty intense battle. I'm not going to go turn by turn, but they gash at each other. They're biting at each other. There's blood spewing everywhere. Finally, one of them falls, and the victor is standing there, slashed and bloody. And he says, "And what now, master?
How do you feel right now?
Like I could use a rest."
Yes. How do you think the children felt that you made fight up here for your amusement felt in your position?
Says, "You think I care about human children?"
Can I? I just want to
Take one of the
fucking do
arrows.
it. I don't even give a shit what they're talking about. I'm done. This motherfucker's still alive, and I can't.
Let's do it.
What do I roll? I'll fucking roll it.
All right, you want to do a surprise attack on him?
Sure.
So go ahead and roll. Make an attack roll with advantage.
So 2.
Roll that again. So the 11 plus 7 hits. So now roll sneak attack damage because your allies are within 5 feet of him.
Right.
No, d6.
Oh.
Roll the 2 d6s together. Plus
5 and
4. So that's
Wait, is a crossbow only D6? I thought it was D8.
I think you're right actually. Yeah. So that 4, re-roll that.
Short
And,
bow's D6.
no, re-roll it. Make it an 8, a d8.
Good.
Yeah.
One.
Okay, so I'll let you take the higher of those because
What?
we-
What? What do you want me to do?
Crossbows.
What am I rolling?
all right, you're good. So we'll take the 4 and the 5 plus the 4, because with the crossbow you're supposed to roll a d8,
Oh.
but you've been rolling a d6,
Got it.
so you're actually supposed to be doing a little more damage.
Got it.
So we'll say a d4. Since the 4 you rolled originally is higher than that, I'll just rule it that since I didn't tell you ahead of time. So you roll. So you do 13 damage to this, and that's enough to put a silver bolt through his head, or wherever you're aiming for, and you're able to kill this last
Head.
werewolf.
Or-
Yeah,
No, not like.
right in the chest.
Yeah.
So.
Love it. Alright, I
And he
can't
dies.
do that anymore.
And then
Wait, what about the other 4 or 5 wolves?
They
There were
didn't.
4 more.
They didn't show up with them.
Oh, maybe they
Cool,
died in the
let's do this
process.
again. Oh, okay.
Possibly they died, or they're out hunting
we'll
wolf
do it again.
stuff, not werewolf stuff.
Is he dead?
He's dead. Yeah,
Cool.
he's dead. You just killed all the werewolves, and Zuleka is very thankful and appreciative, and the old man as well.
You know she has to die, right?
We're gonna try and cure them. Take the children to Kresk, and we'll meet you there in 3 days.
we're
Okay.
gonna take the
Before
children to the
3
same
days.
place we're taking the other children. Yeah.
Yeah, all of them.
That's it.
All of
We're
the
not letting the wolves do it. We're
You
letting
s-
the werewolves do it.
No.
you said the children would be taken back to the orphanage in Valaki.
Okay.
And so it would probably be best for the Ravens to take them back to Valaki because the Ravens have an inn in Valaki.
Sounds good.
So they'd be able to convince the guards to let them in.
But Cresto is where the root is.
Yes.
That will cure. them.
Yes.
Okay. I guess I'll hope let's do.
Okay.
I don't fucking monologue really. I want to fucking talk.
I'm
some
so
shit to this
sorry,
guy.
but
no,
I
no, no,
couldn't
no,
find-
no, no.
My character's nature is just.
It
to
would
get
have
shit
fucking
done.
happened anyways. That guy's.
But it's
In my
fun.
brain, I was envisioning me taking out the sword and just going.
Yeah, something had to happen. Like I just didn't give a shit what this motherfucker had to say. I didn't.
The 19 did it
Next
though.
time we'll let 'em have
Like if you had rolled
Sure,
shitty on
next-
that,
you
it
did
wouldn't have
the
worked
next
that well.
monologue.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
So you have now okay. So you've cleared the dungeon
I'm
or
gonna
the
say
dungeon, the den.
My apologies, and I'm just gonna walk to the side.
All of the children are out safe. You have the 2 remaining werewolves who are not aggressive or hostile towards you. In fact, they're very appreciative and they're hoping to be cured. The cure is in Kresk. The children are going to be taken to Valaki to go to the orphanage at St. Andrew's Church.
Question: it takes 3 days to get to Kresk, or we have 3 days, or both?
They,
In-
in
in-
3 days is the full
Yes.
moon, and they're.
So
gonna
how long
be-
does it take to get to Kresk?
Let me see a map. Here's the map.
2? Does it look like 2 days?
I have a map right here.
1 day? Cool.
From here,
1 day?
less than a day.
Yeah.
Because you're up on the mountains, you could take that path and then, yeah. So you can get there in probably 6 or 7 hours.
Cool. And what if
But-
we go through the winery first? What happens?
It is pretty much nighttime now.
Which one? Oh, this one.
The werewolves, the alpha returned at night. So it's now nighttime.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe we should stay the night
Yeah.
in the den.
Yeah.
Werewolf down.
Whatever they say.
So, yes, you gather everyone up. The were-ravens are not going to hit the road until daylight.
What the fuck were those guys doing the whole fucking time? They were supposed to fucking help us, and we were supposed to help them get some good fucking words in with their fucking bosses for clearing this motherfucker out. I didn't see any of those motherfuckers.
They
was
saved.
babysitting
They had.
kids.
They had 2 goals. One was to save the children. The other was to kill the werewolves. So,
So all 3 of them went, or all 4 of them went with the kids?
yeah, they were all
Okay.
they were all upstairs. That's what you guys said.
I thought, for some reason, I thought it was like one of them was going with Arthur, and the other 2 were going to stay. But whatever.
So you had a big pack of kids. So
I have a question.
Yeah.
So the pack of kids that just showed up, where are they going?
they are
Are
going
they
to,
just up there on the grassy knoll just chilling?
with all of the other kids. Yes.
I thought
With
the
a
other
dozen
kids.
kids.
No, I'm sorry. I thought the other kids were on their way to the west side.
Oh, you already sent them on their way.
That's what I
Yeah.
assumed.
Is that what you guys agreed?
Technically, that's
the,
what we had said.
the plan was
We
Arthur
didn't-
goes
we
to
didn't
the...
expect for the extra group of 5 children to come by.
Right.
So realistically, we didn't save shit for them.
Right. Like horses and stuff.
We got the what?
Right.
What was it? 8
Yeah.
kids
Yeah.
out on our horses.
Yeah.
And we didn't save for the 5 kids that just showed up right now.
That's a very good point.
Well, we could just bring them back.
Not to bring it back to
horses?
reality, but I'm just saying that's.
Bring them all. Bring all the kids and the horses back to the den.
Let's
until-
get rid of the
until
kids because they're
morning
slowing me
time.
down.
But
And-
Although there was
No, you're
3
right.
So we sent Arthur and the were-ravens to like a clearing, like a rally
To the
point.
west.
And then I said,
Yeah.
if we're not back within a day, within, whatever, a relevant amount of time,
yeah.
just to fucking go because we're probably dead.
Yeah.
Right.
The other kids we're going to bring with us
to the rally point? Are they strong enough? They just showed up, so are they strong enough to fucking walk?
The kids, no, they're bloodied and
they're
scratched.
just
There's only
chilling
5 of them.
Yeah.
There's 5
Up
of us.
here, on like up here.
Yeah.
On the grass, just
Yeah.
kind of like thankful to be alive.
Yes.
And now they're our responsibility. Cool. All right, no problem. Love taking good care of the children on my off time.
Zuleka reminds you that if she takes the children, she'll turn into a werewolf
Yeah,
in 3
and she'll
days,
fucking-
and she'll probably kill them.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, she can't go to Valaki because she won't have time to come back to Kresk.
Right.
We have to stay together though. That's our priority, correct?
Who can we send to Valaki?
We've already sent
kids.
The
Arthur.
Ravens.
Well, we're all linked up now, right?
You'd have to meet up with the Ravens, yes.
So Arthur is with
No, you're
the
not yet.
first group of children and a raven, right?
And the 4 Ravens,
All of them?
yes.
Oh,
Or did you only want one to go?
I thought one, but I don't know.
Okay, then there's 3 Ravens. Then if you only sent one,
So
sorry, I got
let's-
my details crossed. If
No,
you,
that makes it was unclear, but I think now that we're on the same page, I would have assumed one raven
Mhm.
with Arthur because that's 2 people.
Okay.
Since we decided to keep hope,
yeah,
they go towards the path that keeps us all together. I don't know where my map went.
They're going towards Valaki. They're all going to Valaki.
right.
Okay.
But you did say that the Ravens should meet you to the west
Yes.
over here on this path.
Oh, okay.
Can I see
There's
the map?
8 kids, 3 horses. We said 3 kids, 3 kids to a horse.
Yeah.
So there's 3 horses. So there's only room for 1 kid. There's 4. There isn't transit for 4 kids.
Wait, there was 8 kids in the first group,
Mm-hmm.
and then 5 in this group, so we got
Mhm.
13 kids.
Yeah, and 3 horses for
13
3.
kids,
That's
3
9.
horses.
That's 9 slots.
Our horses are gone. We're fucked, and the new
Well-
kids are fucked because
Well,
we don't
but
have any
the
horses.
horses
can
are
carry
waiting
them.
for us in a clearing with the kids and Arthur.
Hold on.
We can carry them. I can carry them. I can carry one of them.
I can drag some along.
hmm
You know.
Mhm.
That's a lot to
Yeah.
ask.
They got
That
legs.
shit
They
you can
can
do.
walk.
Is there any magic shit you can do?
I mean, they're part of the
Teleportation.
what are we called? The what?
No.
The shroud.
The shroud. They're part of us now, so they're gonna fucking work for this shit. Yes, I understand. There's been abuse.
Well, they can't walk. They're not physically strong enough to walk. That's the problem.
at all.
Maybe a good night's rest might
That's
strengthen them
what
up.
That's what I
Okay.
figured. Why we should bring everyone back to the den, and then in the morning we'll figure
send
it
one
out.
of the ravens to send word to bring him back.
Okay.
Through
and
the
then
night.
in the morning we'll figure it
So let's
out.
take a break.
Okay. Break time.
Break.
Break. And we'll make some dinner. Or some
So
snacks.
kids are coming.
Okay.
Where ravens are coming.
Yes.
Everybody's coming.
Yes.
Shit, hold on.
Intermission. Damn. These sessions go a long time.
How much longer do you reckon we got in this session?
I mean, if
I
we.
feel like that's a good place to start.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
just
because-
asking just so I can give Melissa a quote.
Yeah, it's like 7:20. Okay, yeah, so we're actually going to be wrapping it up here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just enough time to get through the werewolf den. I am going to say a couple things. I do want to leave this off somewhere. So you gather everybody back up in the werewolf den for a good night's sleep, right? And you're all sleeping, recovering, ready to hit the road in the morning. In the middle of the night, you hear creaking coming from the front of the den. And when you look outside, you see a black carriage outside of the den. Outside here. And what do you do?
Perception check.
So you roll a perception check. Go ahead and roll.
5.
So you can barely make out what looks like maybe a piece of paper or something stuck on the outside of the door of the carriage.
What? Why aren't we all rolling perception if we're all seeing it?
You're the one who asked to look. You wanted to look a
I
little
was
closer.
just asking. Okay.
Yeah.
I can. So like what we can do is I look as
Because
well,
maybe
and
we
it
all see
gives us
something
an
different.
idea.
I don't know.
Where was Arthur? Was Arthur off fucking around at night like he normally does, or
No, he went off
He
with
took
the
the
raven.
kids.
He took the kids.
To the west side.
to Valaki?
Yeah. No,
No.
to the meetup
Little
point.
clearing.
To the meetup point?
Yeah, to the meetup point.
Oh, because I thought we were gonna bring because the kids.
So the kids should end up about here. And then they're going to go to Valaki this way. But they can follow the path to get here. Right now, the kids that we have are all here with us. The first group of children should be here at some point. I
So
don't
we
know
can
what the
send
fuck
one of the
they're gonna
were
do.
ravens because they can fly as the crow flies
Mhm.
to them, and send word to tell them to fuck off to Valaki and come back with the horses. Yeah. Would they be able to do that one night?
The horses are waiting for you on like a meetup point to the west. So you're
With the
saying
kids.
with the kids.
So I'm saying, Arthur and the kids and the horses and
Yeah.
a were raven, take them to Valaki, drop
Okay.
them off, and then come back with more horses.
It would take like
So
2 days.
you want
2
a
days.
second were raven to meet them there, say, hey, by the way, keep going to Valaki east now, basically hook left,
Yeah.
But that
and then come back with our horses.
But that wouldn't work though, because he was saying that would take like 2 days. And
Yeah.
not
We're,
gonna stay
we're
in
not
this
gonna
place
hang here for 2 days. Yeah.
Okay.
Unless we want to just say do it and then come back the way you came, and then we could meet him halfway. But I don't know what you guys think.
What
The
are you
rest of
saying?
these
What,
kids can walk.
they'll be fine. What are you gonna have us do?
I'm saying that there is a black carriage.
Yes.
And we only notice a piece of paper that says what?
You don't know.
Cool. Okay.
And there's nothing, no lights or anything emanating from it,
Nope.
and it's the middle of the night.
Yep.
Okay, so dude can see at night.
Carriage, huh?
Yeah. I guess I'll look out since I have.
We've
There's
seen.
nobody-
I'm sorry. We've seen the carriage that what's his face?
Strahd.
Yeah,
Strahd.
showed up with
Does it look
the
like that?
sister.
It looks exactly like that.
Oh, okay, cool.
So it's strong.
Glad I asked.
So we should probably run.
Well, he
With
left
these
us alone the
fucking
first time.
children
Let's
who
hope for
can't
the
walk.
best.
Well, I'm forgetting something. I kind of wave a little hilt of the sun sword.
Oh, shit.
So does he see that
Don't
glow
let him
of
know
the
you have it.
wonderful sword that
The
we have?
sword is not lit at the moment.
Why not?
No.
He just said it was.
No, I was just kind of showing like we
Don't-
have
So
something.
the carriage
If
just
Strahd comes
pulled
at
up.
us,
The
Don't
carriage
let him
just
know
pulled
you
up,
have it.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
don't-
that's
we don't
and
have
nobody's coming in or out
We're
of
gonna
it.
pull that out the last minute.
We
That's
don't
Do we
have
know
it.
anything about Strahd? Does he have the ability to become invisible or anything like that?
He does.
Yes.
Well, fuck us then. He's
Cool
here.
then. Alright.
So get the kids out. I tell one of the were ravens, just get the kids out and just do the best you can. Just get the fuck away from this place.
Mhm.
Out the back, and then I guess this is it, guys. This is fucking it. You're our only ace in the fucking hole, so you need to
All right.
fucking. And the
This
door
is
hasn't
got
opened or
real
anything,
No.
heavy
right?
really
No.
quick though. Hold on. This is like a whole other thing going on. What do we want to do?
just wait, just hide.
At this point, the
Dude's
door
here.
pops open, and from you're looking at the front, right? Or
Yeah.
So where
Yeah, I
are
guess I would be
we? Are we
looking
like
out.
here? I'm assuming I'm here because I want to kind
I
of see
look
what's
back
going
at
on.
everyone and I say, "Go get out of here. I'll stay. Go,
I'm not leaving you.
go."
Who is this and where are we? This you?
yeah.
Where are you?
I'm just off. I'm here. I'm here. This is fun.
Okay.
And the door opens.
The door opens, yes, and Morin, from your vantage point, you can see that the carriage is empty.
So I'll tell Zulaka. I say, go talk to him.
And you're with your perception, you see that there's a when it pops open, it looks like there's like a letter on the inside of the door that seems to be like stamped with like a wax seal on the bottom of it,
Like a worded letter
like
or
a
letter
like a
above
worded
it?
letter,
Got it.
like a written letter.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
So I tell Zuleka. I say, go talk to him. He knows you.
Okay.
You can see him. Nothing's wrong.
So she walks up. Zuleka, wherever her thing is.
Oh, I think I put her.
It's
away,
fine. It's
sorry.
fine. It's fine. So she walks up. We'll say this is her, and she just calls back to you and says, "There's no one here. There's no one inside." She says, "This letter is addressed to you four.
Yay.
What does it say?
Come read it."
Go ahead and read it to us.
I do come out. I do come out. Are these actual horses? Are they real
Yeah,
horses?
they're black horses, actual
Black
horses.
horses.
Yeah.
As soon as she says there's no one there, and I ask her, what does it say? And she says, come read it. I go upstairs to see where the fucking children are.
Okay, they're there.
Okay,
The
good.
children are still there.
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand from here and
Okay.
have the letter have a hand come up and bring the letter towards me.
Okay, so you do that, and I don't have a prop this time, but when you look at it in flowing cursive script calligraphy, right? It says, Morin, Hope, Soren, and Mozark, you have done well. Join me for dinner. I promise no harm will come to you if you follow my orders. Get in the carriage. I'd like to discuss some things with you.
Gonna be a pass.
Signed, Strahd. Signed, Strahd von Zarovich.
I
Could be
mean,
a hard pass.
no, no, thank you.
No, we gotta get
Politely
in.
decline.
We've gotta go in.
Fucking, you have to do it, otherwise I won't fucking do it.
Yeah, Mozart.
Ugh.
Is
Alright,
Arthur
fine.
Arthur's gone, right?
No, he's back.
Come
Yeah.
on, it's a party.
Fine.
It's a dinner party.
Yeah, if we go,
Those are always
we
It's a
great.
good
we can-
time.
Yeah, we'll have a great time.
Because we're werewolves, vampires, and just
We're
lure
not
people
ready to
in.
kill him. And
No.
We can't let. We're not
Wait,
ready to
wait,
kill
wait,
him.
wait, wait. Let's reassess. Pause. We have the sword. We have
The book.
we have
Sorry.
the book of knowledge. We have that, right?
Mm-hmm.
The symbol. We have a bunch of shit. Maybe we don't have that.
No.
We don't have it.
And a female ally.
If you want to know,
Vampire hunter.
if you want to know about the holy symbol, Madame Eva told you.
Yes.
The holy symbol is in a building taken by darkness. There are monsters there, evil. It is in a fallen abbey in Kresk where you will find the holy symbol.
Oh, all right, we're going for it.
Well, then he can't. Maybe he can. He can't quite kill us yet.
Okay,
We can't quite kill him.
maybe
We have to follow his
maybe
orders.
Soren's right.
We going in? We doing this?
So then I turn to what's his face?
Arthur?
Arthur. Say, Arthur, I need you to do something for me. I hand him the sun sword.
He takes it from you. Says,
Protect
what do you plan to do?
Protect the sword and the kids with your life. Take them to Valaki where they will be safe.
Says, of course. Puts it in his belt.
The werewolves, do what you can, but they're not your concern ultimately.
Do
We
you-
have to go have dinner with Strahd, apparently.
We're going in.
I will follow behind the carriage.
You are a good man thing, and I respect you.
Are we going? Yeah? Okay. I don't like the music. The music fits, does it not?
Is this like
I'll
a
call it when I call
this
it.
is a +1?
Yeah.
All right.
Uh,
So so then you all get in the carriage. The ravens will take the children back to Valaki. The werewolves kind of hope that you'll find the cure for them, but you didn't really work out a plan for when you're going to do that or what, so they'll wait for you here.
So wait, we have to bring the route back to them here?
Uh,
Are
well,
they going to meet us kind of at least halfway? Because I'm not trying to come back.
that's up to you. You can discuss it before you get in the carriage if you'd like.
Okay.
Meet us in
Um,
Kretz.
No, there's a bridge. Have them meet us. Oh no, at the signpost of a bunch of signs. Because I'm paying attention now. Have them meet us there.
The signpost, okay. And Zuleka and
There's like 3 little signs.
yeah, at the crossroads leading to Kresk.
Well, so Arthur needs to take this fucking sword back to Arvin Holst.
Yes, that's a short.
That's the only fucking place that it's safe, apparently,
Yeah.
because it's been there safe for hundreds of years. And then the kids need to go back to Valaki. So
Yeah.
Were Ravens they got what they fucking wanted. They're bringing the kids home,
Mhm.
and the head of
The Alpha.
fucking Alpha. We'll give them the head of the fucking Alpha. I'll hack that shit off real quick.
Okay.
Give it to them. They take it to Valaki. He takes the sun sword back to Olden horse. And then we fuck off to see Strahd and hope we don't die.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's the plan.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Alrighty, then that's where we'll end this session.
Oh, yay. Dinner with Strahd. They kill this motherfucker. I survived the werewolves. I don't know how that happened.
That's good. Next session's gonna be good, guys.
Oh my gosh. I'm stressed.
Excited, man.
No, I am too. I like a good dinner party.
This shit.
Masquerade event.
All right. I was really hoping to get the werewolf den and the dinner with Strahd in the same session, but I guess
Whoa,
I think
wait.
we kinda skipped-
Another important thing. Now, where's the gold?
the gold is in her bag of holding.
Holding.
Alright.
Yeah.
We should fucking send them off with my cut of the gold, right? We split it 4 ways. We split it 4 ways, yeah?
I
Yeah.
didn't say
Yeah.
anything about splitting anything.
No, she kind of just.
My ass helped you
Wait,
get it.
did we
I get
even
my
know
cut.
about the gold?
No.
She didn't
Oh,
even
you
tell us about the gold.
motherfuckers. Fuck you guys.
We don't even know that. We don't even know
You don't even
that.
know.
Sneaky.
They only they know about the gold.
That's sneaky
I'm
as shit.
missing a
Alrighty then.
20.
That's
A
that's-
D20?
That's a good point.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I have those.
Well then, we just got took.
I have these.
Thieves gonna
I think
thieve.
one of yours makes
So yeah, so
What?
Strahd told you he just wants to discuss a business.
Just
And I-
business, man.
I'm excited. Next session will be I'll finally get to give you my Strahd voice. I've been
Yay.
Working on it?
I've been working on it. Yeah.
Don't
Mine
get
were
too
purple,
used to
yours
it.
are- What is? Okay, so I have a 20.
Well, I'm gonna take a piss and
Okay,
then probably
20,
have
20.
to
I
go
Yeah.
have two.
back to the.
This is a.
No, absolutely, man.
12.
That was 3.5 hours, man. So
It's fun.
thanks for coming up.
And
Hey,
then
thanks for having me.
10.
Sorry, was a little
Yeah,
late.
10 and then.
No, I think
1 through 10.
we suffered a little bit from analysis paralysis on this one.
Yeah, I think so.
Where it's just like we just need to figure out every single possible outcome
And this is
and overplan this shit to hell.
I mean, it went well.
It did. It did.
And then 4.
But I
Did
mean-
that
That
right?
shit was gonna work.
No?
Nah, dude.
What?
I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna try it.
We're
We just
hungry
fucked
up
up this
now,
dude.
bitch.
You know what I was thinking of? No joke, no shit. I was thinking of fucking The Fifth Element.
Yeah.
He goes in and he kills. Remember, he's like, oh, those. I forget what their fucking names are. Like, those are Gorgons. They won't fight without the leader. He's like, what do we do? And he just walks in, and just fucking shoots the guy in the head. He goes, anybody else want to talk? Because they were like, we just want to talk.
Yeah.
And then so he goes and he shoots him. He's like, anybody else want to talk? And they listen to him because he just killed their leader.
Yeah.
So he's the fucking leader.
Nice.
So I trying to pull a Bruce Willis.
I like that.
There you go.
I like that. It worked.
Very good.
Yep.
All right.
Folder for it.
Mhm.
That's so funny.